All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had a great day yesterday. All right, so I'm talking with Peter now. He just texted me. He is trying to come online, so I'm going to try to get him on here. Give me 1 second. We'll send him a link. He just might be connecting to the wrong link here. So let me get Peter a link and we'll get rocking and rolling. So guys, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are feeling well, doing well. We are, again, for the next couple of days, our schedules are going to be a little bit funky, and just bear with us, right? As everybody's making their way down to Vancouver. I fly later tonight, so yeah, then I'll be back on Tuesday. I think first flight out Tuesday. I'm here, so yeah, let's go ahead. All right, so got Peter a vMix link. Hopefully that works, and yeah, Peter, you might just be logged into uh, the wrong screen because I don't see you coming in here in the right screen. So I just send you a link. Let me know if that works. All right, excellent, friends. Let's while Peter gets all set up and rocking and rolling here, let's take a look at our gappers list this morning. A couple of stuff in the green today, and again, some stuff that we're kind of familiar with. We've seen MLGO have a nice run over the last couple of days, continuing. I see it up here, 5.9, right? So we'll look at the charts to see what's happening there. SMCI, which is one of our good buddies, I won't say good buddy, but decent buddy of ours, tends to be in play at times. And then on the gap down, Lululemon not doing so hot. Their CEO was talking about some stuff there, consumer sentiment, and then Oracle down 2% this morning. So, all right, excellent. Let me take a look here at our trading terminal. We got that. Okay, let me take a look at Peter, see if Peter can join. He says he can hear me, but he cannot see me. So that is very interesting. Does that link work? All right. I believe he is already in Vancouver. So he'll be trying to join us from there. He might just be having a little bit of some issues getting that going. So send him a brand new link. Let's see if he can join, and yeah, we'll get rocking here, friends. Again, yeah, I don't see him on, and so it's weird. Oh, there it is, Peter. You look like you're in a dark room. Mic check. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yep,
it
we got you.
seems the link I was on had some firewall restrictions. Wouldn't let me through. So
Yes, that's interesting. Yeah, weird. Okay. Well,
had
yeah,
to
we got you
had
now,
to
man.
change connections. Anyways, hello, good morning, everybody. Yes,
Hello, and good morning to you.
it does look like I'm in a cave or something, doesn't it? Ooh. That's what you get, I guess, when it's 5 a.m. in Vancouver. I think you're on
Giving
mute,
your
Carlos.
Yeah, not sure. Giving thanks, man. Your schedule and what's going on. Did you update the calendar? Did you? Not sure
I
if you did.
did.
Oh, nice. Peter's on it, man. Here it
I
is.
did.
Here's the economic calendar. We'll go through that, and then we'll take a look at our gappers list.
Yeah, we have actually quite a few things happening today. Nothing major though. So, some of the well, let's see what numbers have already come out because a lot of them are coming out at 8:30. Starting with the personal income and personal spending. So this is where I have to ask our American friends: Do you feel richer or poorer? Apparently, your income should have gone up by 0.8% compared to a zero point 0.4 forecast. So that's actually a large increase in a single month. Personal spending actually only went up by 0.4% compared to 0.5 estimate. So the market doesn't usually react to that type of number. So shouldn't see much change there. The other one that I was tracking was the core prices, the PCE price index, which is basically how much did things cost over the month, was expected to go up by 0.3%. Looks like it went up by 0.4% on the core, and um, what was the number on the non-core? Where is the non-core here? Went up by 0.3% on the non-core. So again, pretty much on target on that one. Later this morning, we do have consumer sentiment that is expected to come out. Consumer sentiment Carlos, it is a complete hit or miss. You never know if the market's going to react to that thing. This is a relative scale. 57.9 is the expected number. We'll see when it comes out, if it actually comes out to that number, and what the market does in reaction. That's really about it. We've got a Fed speaker at noon. Again, unless Barr goes crazy and says something the market really does not expect, probably not going to see much change related to that. So, relatively, well, there's a bunch of numbers, relatively quiet on the market impact. So we should be able to just focus once again this week on the market price action, which hasn't been that bad. I don't know, Carlos, how you feel about it, but there have been trade opportunities. But like I keep saying, you've got to be careful, because if you're watching the wrong thing, you could think it's a horrible day. But if you're watching
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right thing, you could think it's like absolutely fantastic. It's just
yeah.
luck of the draw whether you pick the right one.
There's, you said it best. It's a lot of opportunities out there, but they're happening in less stocks. I want to say it's like not every
Yeah.
stock is seeing these moves up. For example, AMD, yes, it gave us a couple of really good moves, but no continuation. Right, we didn't get the continuation. AMD, same thing. We took it short. We got a couple of, actually that was a good one. We did get a little bit of continuation, but compared to the upside, right, it moved much better the other way. So we are seeing moves, but sometimes unless you're watching that right stock at that time, it's becoming a little more tougher in that sense. So we'll see. Again, today we're seeing a lot of movement in our usual suspects: Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. So we'll go through those, but first let's take a look at our gappers list, right? So we'll dive in here. We got a couple of newer names that we have not seen in some time. PRTG, we'll start with that one there. PRTG this morning we are looking up. That's right. Okay, yes, that's right. 151% on PRTG. Flow is tiny. I can't even tell what this is. This is it's under a million, looks like, or I can't tell. It's really low here, Peter. 150,000, 9.2 million shares traded. So it's got the volume, obviously, given its flow, but I am not a fan of it at all, man. So you got to be very careful on this one. Lower price stock was hanging out at $4 now at 11. Peter, is there at least any news? I mean, there should be. This is a big pop.
Yeah, well, it's a biotech, which means it's usually drug news. Odd that it comes out on a Friday. Usually Fridays are not when we see this type of news, but there's, I guess, no reason why it can't. They announced positive results in their first in human trial of something called Port 7, which is for murine mesothelioma, which is, I have no idea what that is. But, in case you really wanted to know, it's an A2B a- adenosine receptor antagonist. Still, I don't know what I just said, but there you go. That's why it's up.
We'll ask ChatGPT to translate that later. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
just whatever it is. It's usually the case. These drug, whatever happens, and you see in this pop here. Still tiny flow, so you got to be careful. It's great that there's some news behind it, but again, just be careful on this thing. It is hard to borrow, as you can see here with Interactive Brokers. So again, just be very careful. Um, I want to watch it though. I want to watch as far as I want to see. Are we gonna go up 300% for entertainment purposes only? It will be on my list here. It won't be on the banner at the bottom, but I will have it here just for entertainment. That's really all. All right, next, take a look at the next one on. Here's going to be DBVT, and these guys are up 58%. And again, DBV Technologies, we've seen them before, so they're not new to us. But today they got some good movement here. If you look at the pre-market action, all the way up to about 1280, back down to 6. So they definitely got some volume today. Definitely in play. They've been active before in the past. Typically don't make my stock, so I'm not sure I will be watching this one. But again, as you can see here, they are doing some stuff. Peter, not a new stock to us, obviously. This DBVT, but anything good?
Another biotech. It's odd that we're getting these biotechs on a Friday, but
Is it, Peter? Is it because of maybe the end of the month and they're trying to get it in before that? Is this maybe
maybe.
31st is Monday, so it could be maybe that. I'm not sure.
I
Weird,
don't
but
know.
you're
I
right. It's
mean,
weird.
anyways, late last night after the close, this is a French company, DBV Technologies, and it's actually not biotech, drug-related news. It looks like they secured new financing worth about 306 million or 284 million euros to fund their peanut patch. Oh, I guess this is an anti-allergy thing. Anyways, so anyways, they got funding.
Yeah. Um,
Feels so weird,
Peter,
like a floating head here on
people are
the.
saying, man, if Peter looks sleepy. See, this is what happens when you transition to the West Coast. I got to make shout out to anybody that's on YouTube or even in our chat that's joining us this early from the West Coast. Man, you are a
Well,
trooper. I
you
mean,
know, I'm still on East Coast time because we just flew in last night, so
yeah,
I'm not
you're not getting the
sleepy.
full effect yet.
Yeah, I am trying to talk a little quieter because my wife is sleeping in the other room, and it's the same reason why I'm just the floating head because I just have the desk lamp on shining in my face, and I'm afraid to turn on the lights because it's one of these electronic light systems. I'm afraid if I hit the light on button, which seems to be the
Everything
only
turns
light
on.
button, it'll turn on all the lights, including the ones in the bedroom. So I'm, I
I
don't,
will stay a
I don't
floating
want to
head
touch
as long
anything.
as you can, my
I'll
friend.
just I'll
Absolutely.
just be a I'll just be a
Oh
floating
yeah,
head here. I
you
could
don't
open
want to
the
deal with
drapes,
that.
but
No, 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 no.
there's no light out there. So
No, no. Happy wife, happy life, my friend. Let's keep the lights off. All
yeah,
right. But yeah, man, if you're waking up, if you're in the West Coast and you're waking up at this time to prepare for the markets, I mean, just we give you again, I give you props because it's early. It's early. It's very,
it
very early.
is.
I mean, I wake up at 5, but it's to do other things. So if I live there, I will have to wake up earlier. I don't know how that would work. That is no, that just doesn't make sense. All right. Okay, friends, let's continue here. So this one I'm not gonna add on the list. I know we have some movement here, but for the most part, it doesn't look all that great. It doesn't trade well. We've seen this ticker in the past
No.
before. Advanced Auto Parts, another one that we randomly, rarely, actually, this shouldn't be on here. Because you know what? It
Well,
shouldn't
this
because I looked at the wrong one. It's actually APP. There we go. Okay. This should be on here. App Lovin'. So that's different. App Lovin' should be on here. They're up 9.3, 630,000 shares traded.
Yeah, we were talking actually interesting about both Advanced Auto Parts and App Loving into the close yesterday with
Mm.
Jared and Brian. And yeah, I mean, you got to for APP, that's the one you want on the screen, I think, right?
Yep.
AAP. Anyways, take a look at the price action yesterday. It had a short seller report that came out late afternoon, mid afternoon, and it definitely had an impact. It just tanked. So I'm not surprised to see it up this morning. It's a little bit of a recovery after that sort of big drop that it showed yesterday. So is this going to continue to be in play? It depends. So this report is out of Muddy Waters, one of the fun named, hit companies that love to just try and take down other companies and short them. So you know that they took a short position before they released their data, and yeah, maybe it was short-lived. We've seen this recently more often where these things are short-lived, where they really do actually bounce back pretty quickly. I'm not sure if that's people quickly discounting the hit report or it's just support in the company, but this could very well be in play. I'm skeptical. It might be worth watching if we don't have a lot on the list, but if you find other better stuff, then you might want to push it aside. We'll have to see. Definitely got some volume into the close yesterday.
Yeah, it sure did. Again, I have not watched this enough to see how well it trades or doesn't, Peter. So I'm
Hmm.
inclined to just put it on a secondary and see where it goes. But I normally it's not on my list, so I don't know if you had any experience trading this one at all.
No, I didn't. I didn't try and trade it, so I don't actually. I don't. I was looking at just the sort of the big drop and move yesterday. I didn't actually look at what the spread and the price action was like. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so the short answer is no.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on secondary. Let's see how it trades today, given everything that it has going on. So, APP. Let's get the right ticker. I will put it on the list here, and let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. Oh my goodness, I keep writing AAP. Hold on. APP. There we go. All right, and let's take a look. Trading terminal gappers list this morning. Rocket Lab is next on there, so let's take a look at that one. Not a stranger to us here in the show. Rocket Lab is up 7.7. 1 million shares traded right now, as you can see here. So for the most part, it is active. Daily, though, daily's been stuck on this range, and we're kind of on the top of that range. If you see here, we had to drop there. Seem to have found some support and just kind of going sideways. Slight uptrend as it's making higher lows here. But again, it doesn't really look good. Last night, it got something going, right? Nice little pop into the after hours, which is the majority of that gap up that we're seeing here today, Peter. And again, just don't know if it has anything good going for it.
Sorry, when you set up on a laptop and you haven't done it in a while, and it sometimes this DAS tool, love it, other times you can hate it because it moves everything randomly, or at least it feels
Yeah.
random.
Oh, yeah. I know
Anyways,
exactly what you mean.
uh, Rocket Lab. I haven't looked at Rocket Lab in a while, but you're right because every once in a while it's been jumping up. Looks like there's some news that they're in competition with some of the other rocket companies like SpaceX for launch contracts, which is interesting. I guess we can say we literally have a space race, but not the space race that I knew when I was a kid. This is a commercial space race to see who gets the payload business to launch things. You know, we were talking like 20 years ago about how there's so much junk in space we got to worry about it, and yet we are launching stuff into space every single day. At some point somebody's gonna have to clean all that up, won't they? I don't know. But anyways, space race is heating up, and apparently there's like $5.6 billion worth of contracts out there up for grabs that people are competing against, and Rocket Lab is one of those that's competing for them. So I think it's just the fact that this is a this is an event that there's money to be had, I suppose, is what's causing them to move.
Yeah. Yep. Could be a hit or miss. Maybe a secondary for now, I'm thinking. We've seen this trade well, actually, so it can have
Hmm.
some potential. Let's see. I do like the daily for a possible breakout if it doesn't get stuck back into this back and forth that we're seeing here. All right, so Rocket Lab on the secondary list, RKLB, and I also have App Lovin' on there as well. Back to our list, we see what else we have here. Just two more. MLGO, which has been extremely active and continues. I mean, this stock is nonstop, Peter. We're up now another 7%. This is after being up quite a bit here, as you can see on the daily. Big move. This was on the 24th. This was Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep, there it is. So Monday, big move
Yep.
to the upside. Continued to explode on Tuesday to 20. Wednesday had a let's rest here. Thursday back up to 21, and today we're still seeing some strength. So this stock just last week was sitting at $2, so $2.80. So their news continues, Peter. They're loving the momentum here, and the stock is taking advantage.
Yeah, and nothing really new to report, right? It's the same news all week. Like you said yesterday, it's impressive when it continues. So the fact that it was able to continue that move yesterday means that it's probably still in play. I mean, it, I don't know. This one's hard to tell because I did try and watch it and was thinking, oh, maybe I'll see if there's some fun trading in it. But in the little bit that I did watch it yesterday. I have to admit, I wasn't really in love with the price action. Didn't give me any opportunities that I wanted to take advantage of. I mean, it moved. Don't get me wrong; like there were moves in it, but nothing that felt, you know, felt like followed the patterns that I could take advantage of. So, look, the volume's been in it for the last few days. Less volume than it had, of course, at the beginning of the week, but that was pretty extreme. I mean, it went from trading like 2 million shares a day to 300 million shares a day. So the fact that yesterday it traded only 70 million shares means that, yeah, it's likely to still be in play today. It's already got more volume this morning than it normally has all day. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Will be interesting. I will have it on a secondary, and actually it's just more for entertainment purposes. more than anything. I won't be trading it, but I do like to watch the madness as we've been watching over the last couple of days. It's been just insane. So MLGO, I won't. Yeah, I'll put it on the list here so you guys know that I'm looking at it. But again, entertainment purposes only. MLGO. All right, so wrap up the list this morning. Again, you can get this list over at tradingterminal.com completely free. Oh, it disappeared. There was something else down here. What was it? It's a different ticker, but it went away, and I can't recall what it was. But there was another one, Bros. How can I forget? Those Bros. Bros is showing up here just a second ago. They're just
Rose.
dancing around that
Dutch Bros.
2%. Yeah, up and below that 2% at 1.9. So that's what they disappear from the list. They might come back if they continue to drop here. These guys don't get great volume, but for the most part, it's moving today. We're down 2%, 205,000. Given the bigger picture here, look at this, Peter, $84, and just has been dropping quite a bit lately. So into this year, any news on it that we might have?
Yeah, yesterday they had some news. They announced that they were partnering with a company to create a line of packaged goods. So they were entering the, sort of retail grocery store food business, and they said that they're going to be available in more than 50,000 retail stores across the country. Are they like? Do they have a specialty brand of coffee that people seek out? I don't know much about coffee and Dutch Bros, but I just seen them in airports, usually in the south, I think, when I travel. But um, anyways, if that's a thing that interests you, then apparently you can buy them in a store near you. So that's the news that was moving it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the way they trade, so they'll be off my list, as you can see here. And we'll keep that off for now. Here's our list. So that covers our gap up. Peter, as far as gapping up, anything you have in mind this morning?
Not. I honestly haven't really had a chance to look at my lists, although what I have looked at looks very red. So seems like uh, seems like the opportunities are on the downside rather than the upside.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Let's look at yeah. So go scapping down. There seems to be more there right now that we might like. Lululemon. We got Hood, MSTR, GameStop losing some ground here, and then Oracle. So let's dive into the first one. Lululemon and their CEO here not providing some good news to their investors. So right here we're down 11.6 right now, 375,000 shares traded, and obviously Peter, consumer sentiment not looking good for the premium. They're premium, right? They're a premium brand, outdoor sportswear. And first time I heard about this was when Brian mentioned that he loves this ticker. He loves the clothes. I think I don't see anybody over
Well,
here wearing this
and
Lululemon
Andrew
stuff.
used to talk about them a lot as
Yeah.
well. Now they are a, I'll say, a local brand. I mean they're headquartered here in Vancouver, so that would be, why these guys would mention them more than anyone else. And they,
Okay.
they were very popular, I guess, with the elite crowd or the Hollywood crowd. They sort of did make a name for themselves a little while back. So,
Hmm.
but they don't typically trade a lot of volume. Like it's only during earnings that they sort of pop up and then disappear. So again, I don't know what to really make of it. They had they had an outlook that was not all that great. Looks like their earnings were well, that wasn't even earnings. They just had sort of an updated outlook that was sort of at the low end of analysts' expectations. That being said, they also sort of released their Q4 earnings, which I don't actually know what the result of that was. They looks like they beat their numbers. I think they had a good quarter. Blah blah blah. They were up year over year. They beat, yeah, it says they beat expectations, but I don't see the actual numbers. So um, Carlos, I have watched this several times because, as you said, Andrew and Brian have talked about it in the past, and it's always let me down, frankly, in terms of trading volume and its sort of movement. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
really interested in it.
Yeah, these sports wears, even Nike at times, right? They'll get more volume than this,
Hmm.
obviously, but it's the sportswear, the retail stores, like remember Macy's? What is Macy's up to, by the way? Uh, but
I
even
think they
this
were going
ticker, right?
private last time we looked at them, weren't they?
That's what I thought too. But I haven't kept up with any of the news there. But even Macy's, right? Like when they had earnings, they'll get good volume, and their trading is just so bad. Like these retail stores, these retail brands. What's the other one too? Foot Locker, same thing. Foot Locker, man. I mean, it's just don't have a great relationship. So they just don't trade that good. So Lulu is on here down.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they're down 11.2. Maybe an overreaction, but again, I just think there's going to be better things to look at. So yeah, won't be on my list. But hopefully one of you guys will watch it. And if you see something great, call it out. See something, say something. We could take a look at it. Let's take a look at Hood is on deck here this morning. We are down 3%, 1 million shares traded. And again, just getting a little bit of a drop here alongside MSTR. So it could be somewhat of a crypto situation taking place here. MSTR also down 2.8. And I guess we could start including GameStop in some of these crypto talks, but we haven't heard how much they're actually putting into it, right? So we haven't heard the number yet. At least I have not seen. It could be significant, or it could be, that's not going to make a difference, right? So when we get that number
Hmm.
of how much they're looking to, of the reserve to put into crypto, that is when we can start joining them on the list. But right now, MSTR and Hood, Peter, down a little bit. Obviously, both related to crypto. Anything there?
Well, Hood does have some news. They keep announcing that they're trying to break into different categories here, and now they say they want to be a bank. So they're going to allow you to invest or have savings accounts with them. I mean, you could always sort of invest with them. Now they're saying that you could bank with them as opposed to your Citigroups or your Bank of America or others. So interesting that they're going to take on the banks directly, especially when I don't know, it's risky because they have a funding dependency on the banks. But I guess if you gotta, it's a place where they feel they can compete, or at least have a chance to compete. So, best of luck to them. I'm not sure that I'd want to put my sort of life savings with a Robinhood, but maybe that's just me being skeptical. I still remember during the whole, of course, they came to preeminence or really sort of grabbed our attention during the whole meme stock thing. And if you remember, they were playing some funny games there with stock availability and their structure. And I don't know. I guess I'm still skeptical about them as a reliable banking or investment service long term, because I know previously they've announced that they're getting into retirement funds management, and so they're sort of expanding throughout the entire sort of financial services space. So I don't know. Maybe they'll offer preferential interest rates that might make it interesting enough to drop some money in an account if you really wanted to do that. How much do you think they're going to pressure you to invest in crypto if you did that? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe not,
yeah.
but feels like they
Who
would.
knows, man? John is asking, where is Peter? Peter is calling us from jail, my friend. He got caught running naked down Vancouver Main Street, and we're gonna bail him out a little bit later, but the courts are not open yet. So Peter's able to use his phone. He doesn't want to wake up his roommate. He's a 7 foot guy, about 250 pounds, and he's trying to be nice. All right, so yeah, here it is, Hood. I am gonna add it. I like the way it's trading now, so it could look interesting here. Let me- we'll get the bail money in a second. So here's
Here's
Hood. Yeah.
here's the big guy. Look, he's putting his
Oh,
hands
that's
on
that's
me.
oh
Make
that's
him
that's a
stop.
big guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, awesome.
art, hotel art. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why is
Paradox
there
is
why is there why is there a golden hand here? I have no idea.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm,
Well, there
that's
used to be
strange.
well, I don't know if I should say this. People start canceling their membership, but it used to be a Trump hotel, right? So maybe Trump likes all these gold things. He does that a lot over here too.
Yeah, yeah.
I shouldn't have
Maybe it's
mentioned
left
that.
over from that era.
Yeah, but man, you're gonna see people like, "What? I'm going to a Trump hotel and start canceling things." I shouldn't have said that, guys. It's not a
Nah,
Trump hotel.
it used to be. It used to be.
It used to be. It's a really nice hotel. We
It
love
is
going there, man.
actually.
The people start making nice. Everybody, when you pass by, everybody says good morning, says hi with a smile. Like not like they were trained to tell you to say hi. It's like they want to say hi, right? At least they do a good job of doing that. So pretty cool. You're not gonna get that in New York and downtown. I'll tell you that much. You might get a middle finger if you ask him something. All right, let's take a look here. Hood. Let's go through this list. Hood is good. We'll add that one on there. MSTR has been a little tougher to trade, so I'm not gonna add it. I don't see anything explosive on here this morning. GameStop. GameStop. All right, so GameStop for the most part. I mean, we had a huge sell-off on yesterday, and we talked about this. This was their offering, right? They're doing a offering based on how the price moved up. They took advantage of it and announced that, and now we're seeing some movement. This could provide some opportunities if it continues to drop here, right? I mean, this could be decent. 4.3 million shares traded. It is on SSR, but we still can short GameStop. I kind of do like this one. Peter, what's your thoughts on it?
I actually really like the management from GameStop because I just love their audacity that they just keep releasing more shares into the market. They're saying, hey, if the market's willing to give us money, we're willing to take it. I don't know how much they're actually focused on the core business, but they're sitting back and counting the cash because they had such this unique position being the original meme stock, and those days feel like they're long behind us. But like we were sort of joking about yesterday, you never know when Roaring Kitty's going to release some enigmatic, weird, graphic that people are going to get all excited about, and they get like unduly excited, in my opinion, about these things. But I feel like Roaring Kitty's days are behind it. Sort of a one-trick pony there. Again, maybe I'm being a little harsh, but that's my opinion. Because last time he did this, the stocks moved on these announcements, but they didn't really move. Like he actually lost a lot of money in the bets he made, as opposed to the first time when he made tons of money. So anybody can get it right once. He just happened to be one of those sort of he got it really, really right, but for the wrong reasons. I will stick to that story because he got the call right, but for none of the reasons that he said. But anyways, we don't have to go there. GameStop is just a funny stock to me. It continues to hang around here when frankly it probably shouldn't. It's just a failing retailer that's hanging on by its teeth, and they happen to be cash rich right now. So last rumor, actual business rumor, was just that they might be getting into crypto. No details about that, but I don't know, Carlos, what to do with it. I have not traded this in years, and probably will not.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. You start speculating a little bit. So they announced they're going to get into crypto. They didn't say how much they were going to invest into crypto. Their stock pops up, and they announce what they did. They did the not the restructure, the split, the reverse split, not a reverse split. What did they do, Peter?
Well, they did a secondary offering earlier.
Secondary offering, right? So the timing is like perfect, man. These guys know what they're doing. No, so I agree.
They take advantage of this every time. The second there's a piece of news that's positive for the company, they flood the market with more shares.
Yeah, and they're on it, man.
Again, they're right on it. So like I said, I got to give management credit that I feel like they're just sitting there going, well, hey, if the market's willing to throw money at us, we'll take it from them unabashedly. They don't know what to do with it, but they'll happily take it. Well, you know what they have done? If you look back, they have given themselves, so the board of directors and executive management have given themselves significant bonuses over the last couple of years. Again, has the business performed better? Not at all. But they've got the cash, so they're rewarding themselves. So again, Gordon Gekko, I think, would be proud of these guys. They are embodying the greed is good philosophy.
Yeah, I see that. Something probably AMC should learn about. They have not done that. Peter, so I went to I went to see a movie.
AMC went the other way. AMC, sorry, I'll let you tell your story, but I loved how AMC, so what did they do? They actually tried to expand their business, and they announced, remember when they announced flavored popcorn, and they were going to get new popcorn and try to expand their footprint, and all of that failed. GME didn't do any of that. They didn't announce any new product. They're just we're just taking the cash and running. But anyways, tell us about your experience at AMC.
And remember, didn't they open another ticker to try to, was it these guys? That they opened up another
Ape,
Ape, right? it was them or was it GameStop? Who did that? Somebody did that. I don't know if it actually worked out. Let's
Uh,
look at
I think it was
Ape.
GameStop that had opened it, and then
Oh, it's not even
and
open
then
no
they
more.
rolled it.
Yeah,
No, no, and they rolled it back in.
yeah,
Guys, help
yeah.
us out in the room there. I think it was GameStop. But yeah, they literally just, I felt like they were directly making fun of everybody by calling it Ape.
Right.
They
It
just
was
said
AMC,
it
right?
was
See, it
AMC.
was
It was
AMC.
AMC?
And
Okay.
that
All
didn't
right.
work out. Yeah, because that's kind of like take advantage of the way GameStop is doing it. These guys try to be too blunt about it, and it didn't
Okay.
didn't go well. So I went
Yeah.
to the theaters on Wednesday. I went to spend some time with my oldest daughter before I head out on this trip. So I went to the movie theaters. Man, it was dead. Literally, we were the only two people in the movie theater in
Really?
this in the theater. Like not joking around, not exaggerating. We were the only two. I'm like, are you kidding me? So Wednesday night is early. There's nobody there. I'm like, wow,
Wow.
how is this place still in business? It probably costs more to run that movie than to just say, hey, unless we get 10 people here, we're just going to close it down. Like, there's no point. Like, that, the actual theater, right?
Yeah.
The actual movie was the kids' movie.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just, I never sat. I've been into very low attendance, but never just me and her. It's
Huh.
the Panda Peru bear movie, Panda in Peru, something like that. It was actually pretty funny. It's not bad, not bad.
Okay.
Um, all right,
I
let's
mean,
do it, friends.
I
Yeah.
I guess I guess that has happened. When I was a kid, I remember going to a movie, a Tuesday matinee. Remember when we had 250 Tuesdays? I'm dating myself now, but anyways, we
Yeah,
did in
yeah.
Canada. I don't know if that was the thing. You get to go to discounted movies, only $2.50. Anyways,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
I went to see Something Wicked This Way Comes. To Google that one if you don't know that movie. Anyways, I was literally the only person in the theater. And when you're like a teenager and you're the only one in the theater, man, there's nothing that makes you feel more like a loser. And back in that day, they used to play the national anthem. So then I had the thing, do I stand for it? I'm the only one here. So I did. That made me feel even weirder. So, anyways,
Yeah, yeah. It was straight. It was nice, but it was strange because part of being in movie theaters is that when the funny parts happen, you hear the laugh from everybody. That's nice. You want to see that. If not, stay home.
yeah.
But we had a great time either way. All right, so GameStop, I'm gonna add that one to the list, friends. Again, I think it can do some stuff here, so we'll add it on here, and yeah, that covers our list. Actually, no, we got a few more. We looked at Oracle. We haven't looked at yet, so let's see that here. And I'm starting to see more Bitcoin stuff coming up. So we have Mara now. We have Clean Spark. Going to quickly look at those to see if they look better than MSTR. I do have Hood on the list that they have some news, as Peter mentioned. Here is Oracle. Oracle, for the most part, doesn't trade very well, but we're seeing good volume this morning. 611,000 down 2.4, and daily looks okay. So Oracle, not typically a great trader unless we have something going on here, Peter.
Um, y yeah, I don't. I mean, there's a bunch of little articles. I mean, are they moving maybe because Kramer was talking about them in his show? I don't know. I think his influence has waned a little bit, hasn't it? Uh,
Who's that?
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Crank,
We know who that
crank,
is.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Who are you talking about? Who's that guy? The guy with the buttons. Anyways, actually, I recently watched the show. There was a movie with Clooney where he was a Kramer like character who
Hmm.
he got taken ransom, and there was a whole conspiracy that. Anyways, it wasn't a bad movie. I thought it was Clooney and Julia Roberts in that, but in any event. Um, I'm not quite sure why Oracle's moving, but you're right. Not usually a great trader, so I don't think I would be spending much time with it, to be honest. Oh,
we
apparently, are they down? Are they down this morning?
they're
I
down
haven't looked for it.
2.1. I'm laughing
They did.
because I'm seeing some of the comments where I see people join. They're saying, "Oh, where's Peter at?" And people are saying, "Is Peter camping? Is Peter in jail? Is Peter in this?" So we got to have a we got to throw some ideas of where you think Peter is and throw your
Yeah.
best shot. Here's Peter.
Where do you think I
Uh,
am?
where does Peter look like he's at? And so far we have some good ones. And yeah, that is
Ah,
very disturbing. Oh man,
hmm.
yeah.
Where am I? Hmm.
It is sensory
Hmm.
deprivation room. That's from I've been watching that
Hi,
show.
Hi,
It's
everybody.
pretty good. Tunde, what's the name of it? This is Severance. Severance, right? That's where you got that from. Yeah, pretty decent show. Um, all right, let's friends, let's see what else. So yeah, so the other thing that's popped up here is going back and forth is the crypto stuff, right? So we have Mara coming in here. Again, just they're slightly down, but not really doing a whole lot. We saw Clean Spark come on and off the list as well. But again, nothing explosive, so I'm just gonna keep those off. Peter, as far as gapping down, anything you like this morning that we have not discussed yet?
Well, you just mentioned crypto. Crypto is moving, prices are moving down this morning, but not by a lot. We're talking from 87 to 85,000, which is still in that comfort range, as I've been calling it, where I just think prices are comfortable sitting for the time being. Again, break below 75, break above 100 is when crypto will start to get interesting again. In the meantime, it's pretty quiet. Looking at the Magnificent Seven that I always keep an eye on, it looks like they're pretty much all red, so except Tesla. Tesla is high, and wow, what a day Tesla had yesterday. Another one of these like crazy moves up, and then in the afternoon sold right back to where it started. So as Jared was sort of joking, if we end where we start, did we do anything? Did anything happen yesterday on Tesla? But I would argue it did, because it actually gave some good trading opportunities. You could have traded this and made money
Yeah,
in
yeah,
either direction. You could have made money long, made money short. But if you're just an investor, you looked at it and you said it was a nothing day, whereas you could have made a ton of money in the interim. And just look at the daily on Tesla, and you can see yesterday, right? Big candle wick, tiny little body. It just sort of closed where it started, and it was all to the top side. So that was somewhat encouraging. So we'll see. Tesla again being the only green of the Magnificent Seven stocks this morning. Maybe it's slated for another day of increases. We'll find out together. But I'll only be trading for the first hour or so, and then well, I'll have to leave the markets to you guys to keep the faith out there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what do I like though? I do like Tesla, and of course I like the semis, just because I know that at least they're consistent movers, right? My AMD, my Nvidia, I just like to keep an eye on them, because they always give some decent moves if you're patient with them.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, friends, get your tickets ready. We're going to see what you guys like this morning. But first, I got to read some of these out. Where people think Peter is. Somebody said
Yeah, where
Alcatraz.
am I?
Peter is in
Hmm.
Mars, Vancouver, Flap House. Peter's on the wreck couch. That could be dangerous. In the back of the airplane on the way to Vancouver. I like this one, Peter. Bring out your hand. This is a good one here. Peter is on a
Oh,
date with Thanos.
oh, with Thanos.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Thanos, Thanos.
Thanos. Yeah,
That's a good
it's
one.
well,
Uh, we're
Josh,
in the
Josh
woods,
Brolin and I
Peter.
maybe are hanging out. Hey,
And then
yeah.
in our chat, Peter's on the dark side of the moon. I like that one. That's good. Yeah, you guys are good, man. Peter jumped into a Blair Witch project. He's in Carlos' basement. That's
Seems
awesome,
my
guys.
seems my
Love it,
connection
love it.
quality is going lower here. But
Yeah, yeah.
anyways,
No, it's
see
awesome.
you
I
guys.
see dead people. Yeah, Carlos' basement is pretty interesting. Sounds like an Eminem track. All right, friends. Let's go to you guys. Let's see what you guys like this morning. So right now on my list, GameStop I think has good potential. I have Tesla and Nvidia, and Tesla and Nvidia are going to be on our list like forever. Just gonna hard print those in there because those two have been just incredible. AMD here and there has provided some good movement as well. Yesterday popped up and right back down. Then it just got a little bit on the choppier side, right? But they give us some really good moves there. And again, today active a little bit here, not as much, 294,000, but it looks like their volume is coming in more at the market open. So I do want to see what AMD does. All right, so watching Google, let's take a look at that one. Google this morning. I mean, it's quiet. I can't say it's bad because it did have a nice drop over the last couple of days. But I think a lot of them are just quiet right now. But it's interesting, though. Google has been, I didn't see it yesterday, but look at the move yesterday. It seemed like it was pretty clean, at least. Light volume, which they typically have compared to other Max 7s, but they did trend down pretty nice. So maybe we have to give Google a little bit more love this morning and put it on the list. I am going to put, though, GOOGL, I think usually gets more volume. It's going to be a similar price action,
Yep.
but If you get more volume, it's just easier to read the ticker. You know what? We'll watch this one today. I haven't watched this one in a very long time. Makes me think of the Max 7, so we're going to look at Meta, not doing a whole lot right now. Apple's pretty quiet as well. What else we have here? Tesla we have on deck. Nvidia we have on deck. Which am I missing? Microsoft. Yeah, it's just they're all just very quiet, guys. Slight up and down, but for the most part, nothing crazy on there. And crowd, what's this? CRWV IPO today. Okay, so you'll have to wait for that. So nothing to see yet. And I think that's it. How about in our room? SMCI. Oh, Roblox. I like Roblox. We'll look at that. SMCI here, we are down 2%, 1.5 million shares traded. Daily looks interesting, though. If you look at this daily here, we can possibly get a little drop there if it's not going to hold that support. Could be a good possible. I'm going to add on the possibles list for now. And then let's take a look at Roblox. And of course, we'll have to look at PLTR. We won't leave without seeing that one. Where is this 1.2 million shares traded? I don't see it at all. So yeah, I don't know about this one, man. I see the 1.2 printed on the level 2. On the montage, I mean, but I don't see it at all in actual volume. So I don't think it's really in play. Probably some transactions being recorded. Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. And then our good buddy PLTR, we'll wrap it up with that one, get to some announcements. PLTR right now, we are flat, 1.9 million shares traded at the moment. So again, I'll watch it. I'll watch it because it's been fun to watch. I have not traded it at all, but it's been fun to look at, and it's giving us some opportunities. At least other traders. I saw Andrew. We saw Andrew. One of his biggest days this week was on PLTR, and then the following day was horrible, right? So it's just a hit or miss with this one. You just never know. So you just got to watch it. All right, Peter, let's stop here. Let's get to our community events and announcement and see what's going on for this beautiful Friday. Again, keep in mind, guys, the schedule for the next couple of days is a little wonky as a lot of our team is traveling and heading to Vancouver. So just bear with us, as some of these times might not all be the latest and greatest.
Yeah, guys, it's a Friday, and that means we have a relatively light schedule here, as we usually do on Fridays. And today, I guess we're gonna have to check and see whether we're actually able to do the session that we would normally have. And frankly, I can't read that. So what's going on? Hold on a sec. Jeez, sorry, Carlos.
What you need? I
Normally I
got
can
you.
pull it up on the screen.
Oh,
Hold on here. Okay, so Sean, are you out there, Sean? Are you able to do the session at noon today? Is that happening? You got to let us know. Oh,
the
it
names
is.
are
He's
small.
got today's topic.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got today's topic. All right, mastering market context, how to adapt to uncertainty and spot opportunities in real time. So there you go. So we do have a session at noon today. Sean's going to be delivering that for all of our elite members in the webinar room. So thank you, Sean, for confirming that. So he is on, baby, on like Donkey Kong. Hopefully you'll be able to attend that. Now, on the subject of schedule, this is the weekend, guys. This is the one we've been waiting for, where everybody or most of the team are converging, anyways, on Vancouver. And it means that our schedule is going to be a little different in the chat room over the next couple of days. We usually do these on the weekend to minimize the impact. We've got some big days, Saturday and Sunday. Monday, though, keep in mind, Monday, we are going to be a little bit light on things that are happening. So the chat room's going to be a little quieter. We are not going to be doing the onboarding class in the evening because Carlos is going to be traveling and here with us. We will be doing the pre-market show, but not on YouTube. It'll just be for the room and live for those that are here with us in Vancouver. So if you're in the chat room here, don't worry. Carlos and I will be talking to you on Monday, apparently. I don't know if this is news to you, Carlos, but this is what I was told.
Yeah, it's
So,
new. It's new to me, man.
all
But hey,
right.
I just roll with it, baby. That's it. That's all you could do.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what I was told yesterday. So, but we won't be live streaming to YouTube because it's the combination where normally we get the echo and all sorts of problems. So, unfortunately, our
Yeah,
YouTube
it's so
friends,
bad.
you'll
Yeah.
you'll have to live without us for a day. But we'll tie in everybody in the chat room because we want you to know what's happening. So, and we'll get you in here one way or the other. We'll figure it out. So it should be interesting. It's always cool to be up on stage and to do the pre-market show that way. But never fear. We'll continue through this morning. We're here with you. If you're on YouTube right now, we'll be with you as usual right through till the noon hour. So don't fear. Just no Monday. Don't panic if we're not here. We'll be back on I think on Tuesday. I don't know what are your travel plans? Are we back on Tuesday as normal? We
I'm
hope.
not sure, but I fly Tuesday. I gotta check what time I land here.
Okay.
But I fly out
Hmm.
Tuesday. It's only one. It's coming direct to Newark, man. It's only one flight, so I'm very limited on like
Yeah,
getting over
me
here.
too. I've
Yes.
I've got a red eye and I land like I have to check actually. I don't even know what my time is, but I know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a red eye overnight. So you think I'm looking blurry today? Wait till April Fool's Day, April the 1st. I might be super blurry. But anyways,
Yeah.
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 I land at 5 a.m. So yeah, that'll be the joys. Okay.
Yeah. I'll check my
Um,
flight. Hopefully, we're back on Tuesday for sure.
I
Let's see.
I love how people are still commenting on the background, right? I think I didn't do this on purpose, but as I said, I just couldn't. I didn't want to turn on the lights because I was afraid of waking my wife up because it's one of these electronic light things. Like you can't turn on an individual light. You got to use the control panel, and it just says lights. And if I hit
On.
it, I don't want all the lights to go on, including the ones in the bedroom. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you
Anyways,
don't. You don't want that. Not what is it?
so
6 a.m. in the morning over there. Definitely don't want that.
it's yeah. Here we are, 6:22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, we only have 8 minutes till the market open, so I know that Brian's out there. He was also commenting on the lighting situation, so he's ready to go. I don't. Is Andrew out there? Where's Andrew? Andrew. Somebody go shake him.
did did Andrew kick everybody at his place early last night?
Yeah, somebody get up off the red sofa and go shake him. I got uninvited to the party last night, so I'm not bitter much, but it's fine. So
I'm landing late
be
today, so
that way.
I know I'm not invited there. I'm gonna go straight to my hotel.
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
don't blame him, man.
fine.
Sleep is good. Sleep is
Whatever.
gold.
Yeah.
Peter's salty about this. He's not gonna let this go, and I don't blame you, Peter.
Yeah.
100%. I don't blame
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it's not that as my son said once, which I thought was brilliant. He's like, I just want to be invited to all the parties. I don't actually want to go. And I'm like, all right, that's fair. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
uh,
Yeah, yes, Leonardo, yes. They no, Andrew takes care of the flights. This is why this is so expensive, and he talks about it. He makes no money on this thing, man. He loses when he does these things because he flies us
oh yeah.
all over there. He pays for our
Well,
hotels, the event, the
and
venue. He's not making money on this.
no, no, and we tell him all
And
the
this
time,
one,
like you got to raise
this
the
one,
prices, man. Yeah.
he is losing money because this is going to be awesome. The stuff he put together is out of this world, man. So yeah, but he wants to bring us together in a nice place, a nice environment, nice hotel. Yeah, this is gonna be a. We'll see it 2 months down the line. It's gonna be like, why did we do this? But the members who be there will enjoy it very much. All right, guys, I'm gonna disconnect from our our, our chat because I see Brian is ready. We're gonna continue over on YouTube. I'm gonna do levels now over on YouTube, but we're gonna disconnect from chat so Brian can join there because we won't be able to hear him. So we'll continue here. All right, so we'll disconnect there and we'll continue here on chat. And then, oh, hold on, I got Brian on my ear. Let me mute Brian because I can't talk with him talking to. Okay, perfect. All right, friends, let's do some levels here. So my list this morning, I have GameStop. We'll start there. GameStop right now, we are looking at a possible play from today. Yesterday was a nice drop there. Again, pretty aggressive. This morning we'll start here. Low of the pre-market, as you can see here, is going to be down at 221.35. Actually, the high of the pre-market is going to be over at I'm showing 23.03, so we'll slam one there as well. Above that, we're looking at a 24.21, and then above that, we're looking at 25.28. Oops, sorry, I don't have the daily on for you guys. Let's put the daily on here. 25.28. So there you go. I see Andrew's rocking and rolling, also getting ready in
There
chat.
you go. He's up.
Yeah, he's up and ready to go. All right, so that is GameStop, and then towards the top, you do have some highs and lows all the way up here. I'm concerned, not concerned, but I want to have something towards the bottom in case we do flush below that low of the pre-market, 2079, 2080, and then just in case 2045. So we'll leave that there. All right, next is going to be Tesla, which we've been watching closely for every day. Every day we watch Tesla, but it's been good. Like even yesterday, look at this weird candle, right? Look at that. Like as you mentioned, Peter, already, shoots all the way up, opportunities for longs, and then right back down, opportunities for short. Guys, this is was it a $20 move? It was 291, we'll call it, just for easy math. We'll call it 271. So
Right.
$20 move. I mean, it's just insane. And if you want to trade something that's lower price, because 290, it's some, for some people might not be the best. TSLL is what Andrew's been trading, and that also had the same pop, going from $10 to 12 and back down. So opportunities everywhere when it comes to Tesla. Here is the high of the pre-market, 279.31, and then towards the bottom we have 271.38. And then below that, we do have the low from 2 days ago right over here as well. Below that, we also have an area right around 262, just in case. 262.52, we're going to put it there as well. All right, so that is Tesla. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA this morning will remove some of the older levels because I think they're overlapping with our highs and lows of the last 2 trading days, and yes, they are. High of the pre-market, 112.38 this morning, and the low of the pre-market is just slightly above the low from yesterday, right at 110.74. So we'll just mark that just in case. And you can see here, it's a lot of touches around this area, so definitely want to have that there. Towards the bottom, we're going to go 108.84, and then right here 105.21. Towards the top, you do have. Go ahead, Peter.
Well, set your levels. I'll make.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something. Towards the
Well,
top,
I
as
did.
hmm?
Sorry, now that I've interrupted you completely. But today, as you're setting levels, one of the things you might want to keep an eye on is those tinfoil line we like to talk about. I notice that a lot of things are trading within the tinfoil line, which might mean we've got sort of an inside day, but we are definitely trading inside the range of that wiki candle that was set. Nvidia and Tesla are 2
Yes.
examples of that. So might be worth to keep an eye. Again, that 8 a.m. candle is one that often just sets a range that sometimes we trade within. So today
Yeah.
might be one of those days where it's worth marking those.
Yeah, if you look at the top on Tesla, it's already marked for a high of our pre-market 279.22.
Hmm.
Towards the bottom, it's just slightly below the previous day close, so you can mark it there 273.83. But you also have the previous day close line here as well. So you are seeing a lot of that kind of being marked as well. Nvidia will take. Look at Nvidia. Just look at the high and low, right? The high and low is the 8 a.m. candle. So I'm with you, Peter. Look at
Yep.
this. Right there. So that's there for you already. So, but yeah, I agree. Look at these ranges because we've just been stuck going back and forth here, back and forth. 8 a.m. candle on Google, not as great. They don't get great volume in the market open, so not really important there. But low of the pre-market being set right now, 160.37, and then we got this really nice drop to 156.74 just a couple of weeks ago. So we'll mark that there, and then towards the top, plenty of levels, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. All right, last but not least on my main list, PLTR. We'll take a look at this one. 2 minutes to the market open. Actually, a minute and change. We'll get ready. Low of the pre-market, we're going to be at 88.22. The high is pretty much slamming into our low from yesterday. You see that there? So that's set, and then you have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, doing a great job there. Do not need to add anything else. Towards the bottom, we do want to see some levels down here. Great big level over at 85.77, so that's a good area of the resistance and support that can now play support or a profit target if we aim for it. 82.63 as well. Towards the bottom, you see how much support and resistance we have across the board. There are a lot of support as well, as you see here. So we're going to mark that down as well. All right, that is our list, friends. Let's get ready. I'm just going to prepare my screens here. We'll go over to here. We'll bring in the 5 minute. And Peter, remind us of your list today.
I think I'm just going to stare at the usuals, which for me means Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft. You know, stick to the basics today. I don't have anything that I liked off of our gappers list. So here we go. Market's open.
All right, let's
see
rock
what we
and
get.
roll.
Pop or drop, baby. Where are we going today?
All right, I got my screens ready. I was preparing them, and let's make sure I give you guys the 1 minute this time. Last time I was giving you guys the 5 minute. There it is, 1 minute. We'll bring in Peter's camera, and we'll be good to go here. All right.
My freaky
got
ghost
Tesla.
camera.
Yeah, we'll bring in your floating head over here.
Yeah.
We'll be here. It is, Brian, and we'll fix that right up. There it is. Good to go. All right, friends. Wow, this looking at my list looks pretty long, very long. Secondary list too. So we'll be looking at some stuff today. AMC theater looks empty behind you. Agreed. Okay. All right, let's see. Oracle is moving, someone said. Let's take a look. I looked at Oracle. I thought I put it on my secondary list, but I didn't. Yeah, it's not 164,000. It's not a lot. MLGO, if you like this risky stuff, it's moving here already, starting to get some stuff done. So be careful on that one. Just never know. Jose, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate you a ton. It does help us out a lot. Ooh, Tesla. Look at that. As you guys know, usually I'm going to be waiting between 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the 5 minute ORB, and if we see something around minute 3 that we can take advantage of, we'll jump on it. Tesla doing some stuff. Andrew, what is Andrew looking at? I'm just gonna check his screen. Oh, Andrew's feeling spicy today. He's trading MLGO. He is long on that one. That's a spicy move. It's not like him to take these type of lower flow stocks. That's not really. Did not expect that.
Sometimes when he gets in the mood.
All right. Okay. You start knowing someone very well, you kind of know the way they trade it. That's one of the things I would not have expected him to trade, right? Because you kind of start learning the way people trade, like in their style. Look at Tesla go. Give us a pullback, Tesla. Here will be awesome. Pullback to the VWAP. Let us jump in here for a good risk reward. Sure, if you're gonna be weak, but we need a pullback now. Don't leave us. Come on, pullback. Our Nvidia's making that pullback. Nvidia is actually making the pullback to the VWAP here. This could be a good entry risk reward to go back down. This is not a 5 minute ORB. This is more of a anticipation of a breakdown towards the low of the day. So I'm gonna go short here. Let's see if we can break down back towards the low of the day. I'm a little late. Should have been higher on the entry here. So I'm a little late to the party. So let's see if we can flush down here. It's a great move. What we've been seeing all this time, guys, just the move back to the VWAP short. Let's see if we can continue lower. Wow, APP. Have you seen that? Look at APP. That is a $20 drop almost.
They're not loving app loving.
Not loving app loving. No. Wow.
Oh, I wish I should have taken Tesla short. Look at that.
Tesla short. Let's see here.
Were
you waiting for a pullback?
That low. Yeah, I was. And I never got one.
Yeah. Nvidia. Oh, Nvidia's going against me. I did not even notice this. Hold on. We gotta get out of Nvidia. I was paying attention to something else. All right, so let's see if we can get lucky and get a drop here. We gotta jump out of this. We're above the VWAP. Do we trust this move up? Are you trying to
NVIDIA,
play
wow.
us? Yeah. It's slightly above my stop here. And I don't know if we're gonna get lucky on this, so we're gonna have to. Are we gonna get lucky on it? This is not good trading, guys. Do not follow what I'm doing here. I should have stopped out, but I was not paying attention. This is not good trading. So apologies if you're learning from this. Don't learn from this here. It's not what you want to learn. We'll let you know. We'll let you know when we're breaking our rules. I'm clearly breaking my rules right here on Nvidia, but it looks like it's gonna be strong. So we're not gonna get lucky on it. So we're gonna bail. Oh my goodness. I
Oh
was not
wow.
paying attention. Yeah, that was a big move
Yeah,
up.
that's a bad
Jeez.
fill too.
Yeah, oh, of course. You know they're gonna give you the top of everything when you go here, and it's gonna come back down. I bet it is. If it comes back, we'll see. We'll see if it comes back down. It might still be a good short, but we go back to this. So where was this? Google pushing higher, MLGO. Ooh, this is so dangerous, man. So Andrew bailed out of that. This is just gotta be careful with these stocks, man.
Yeah.
Nvidia. Actually, Nvidia looks like it wants to be strong. It's going higher. All right, so
I cannot connect to the screens.
you have multiple screens.
Well, no, just it's the firewall restrictions I think at this hotel are still getting me. I can't get the screens or the videos out of the chat room. I can just see the text. So
Oh,
I can't
okay,
see what Andrew's doing.
gotcha. Oh, okay,
So I'm just like
okay.
our friends on YouTube. I can't really see what's happening in the chat
You
room.
can't see their chat. Oh, damn. Okay, they got some strong firewall there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, Nvidia. Look at that move. SPY's pushing higher, so we
Yeah.
might see some opportunities to the upside here.
SMCI has had a move higher.
PLTR. What else we have here? APP, did it recover? Stop dropping at least. Just gonna look at some other stuff I have on deck here on my secondary list, guys. RKLB, RKLB is not doing anything. AMD is, it didn't go off in the 5-minute, but it's messy. SMCI, it's got a lot of ask on the level too. A lot of ask up there. That could be a bullish sign, but the price action on this one is funky, man. I don't like it as much. Nvidia, is this breakout real Nvidia? Are you gonna give us an opportunity, or are you playing with us today?
Ugh, AMD looks horrible. PLTR dropping.
Oh man. Oh wow, that's a good move on PLTR. That's a nice move. This is the same play we take every day, right? The same thing with Nvidia. It's just Nvidia didn't work out, but this one is nice. Let's see if it actually works. I'm not in it, of course, because we missed the entry, but let's see if that one works out on PLTR. I think Andrew's just waiting for me to take Nvidia short, and
So
then
he can go long.
when he sees I stop out, he goes long. He's like, okay, it's a good time to go long, and he's long Nvidia. He's crushing it here. So let's hope he gets a continuation. So Andrews is taking my exits on Nvidia and doing very well. QBTS strong. Let's take a look here. QBTS. Well, you said strong? Oh no, sorry, I read that wrong. QBTS has a strong support at 785. Okay, let's see. Yeah, QBTS has been hanging around here for some time. on this around this maybe $7.50, $8 price tag right after it had the big drop. Nvidia doing some stuff. Tesla, GameStop.
Apple.
Who loaded the boat? Mental Game. You loaded the boat on GameStop. I know you were talking about this since yesterday. You was waiting for this move here. So hopefully you did, man. Hopefully you took advantage of the move that's happening now.
Yes. Jeez.
I don't see
GameStop.
anything
I
that I
can't
could
see
join
trading
right now.
GameStop. Yeah, I'm not in anything myself. I missed the drop on Tesla. That would have been the only open trade that I was willing to take. So yeah, looks like it might be a no trade day since I only have the morning. We're going for a run here in the rain here in
Nice.
Vancouver.
Who's joining you guys? You,
You
Mike,
know, it was
and
no, it was actually coordinated by one of the speakers from for the TEDx happening here. So
very nice.
she sent out an invite to everybody. Got about a dozen people, it looks like, who all said, "Sure, yeah, I'll go." So we'll
Nice.
see how this works out. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But,
Usually breaks up into 2 or 3 groups, right?
oh yeah,
And should be
everybody
fine.
ends up at their own speed.
I'll be in the group that goes 2 blocks and stops at the coffee shop and gets a muffin. And I'll see you guys later. That was fun. See ya. That's my group. The muffin group. I'm in that group. Oh wow, let's go Nvidia. Yes.
Wow.
Very nice
Andrew.
move.
Andrew does this every time.
Every time, man.
Blows my mind.
Every time. Guys, if you want to see Andrew trading live, you can in our chat. There's a link here, gets you in for a discount. Him and Brian trading live. Avi's also has his thing in Trading Academy. You can see Avi's trading live if you like his style. He does that with his mentorships he has there. So Trading Academy has all that information if you want to see Avi. And there's other mentorship stuff too. If you're interested in mentorship from moderators like Thor, Paris does like a weekly meeting every Sunday, he gets with his team. So there's a lot going on there, depending on what trader you like. See what's available. You could join a more smaller group, which is nice. Me and Peter do it for boot camp, which is coming to an end next week, man. It's been a lot of fun. It's crazy. Tesla to the Nvidia just rocking. Yeah, and Tesla might be doing the same thing here too. It is a bullish start to the day, at least, right? We don't know how it's going to end, but right now it's looking pretty good.
I mean, we still have little ways to go just to get green here, but we'll see if the markets can do it.
Yeah.
AMD is also moving up, probably just being pulled by Nvidia's move, I would think. Because AMD really started off very choppy. If you look at sort of 1 minute candles, very overlapping, tightly range bound, and then it just sort of moved when Nvidia decided to make a move. So,
yeah,
Tesla doesn't look as strong to me. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here.
It looks hesitant. Yeah, I like it above the VWAP here, but we need to see some kind of confirmation that we are actually going to stay here. So I like that there, but I don't see a clear strategy other than a VWAP breakout. But we need to just make sure here that that's the case. Look at the drop. Great run, but then I look at the drop on Nvidia. It's traded like a low float. Like, why is it stock trading like this? Right? It just seems so aggressive. This is why you can't chase things, right? After a couple of green candles, you just can't chase it. Again, this play, guys, we've seen it over and over again, so I'm going to take it every time I see it. Doesn't work out here. My stop should have been more around here. I was too busy looking at other stuff. So a little bit of a slippage because of my part, not because of the stock. But yeah, this play, we see it all the time. So worked yesterday. Actually worked yesterday on NVIDIA. I took the same thing on NVIDIA and it did pretty well. So Didn't work today, but that's fine. For the most part, it works more often than not, and that's what matters. Tesla, GameStop. Oh, BOTR is breaking down lower, Peter. I'm not sure if you're still looking at that one.
Yeah, I've got it here. It is. I mean, it's been sort of short all morning, but
Yeah, it's trying to make a new
we
low.
start. It's funny how I'm looking at Andrew.
Yeah.
Why does it look lighter out Andrew's window than it does out my window?
It's on a higher floor, maybe. You're in the basement, Peter. What are you talking about?
Maybe,
No,
maybe I'm faced the
yeah,
wrong way. Maybe that's why.
that could be it too. Yeah. Yeah, that could be it too. Nvidia smells like a bull trap. Yeah, it's starting to get a little suspect now.
Maybe-
I agree. Um, uh, Peter, where are you going? Peter, make sure you have pants on before you walk around with the camera. Please. For our viewers
I,
over on YouTube.
I
For
have
their
pants.
sake.
Drapes.
Let's see here. Okay, so Nvidia might be looking good for a short if we decide to go all the way up here. Do we have a VWAP breakdown setup, right? So we're punching through the VWAP now. Spies all over the place. But we have something here. I don't think we have a play. No, we don't have a play here. This is not a strategy.
I don't. You guys probably can't see anything, eh? Let's see if I turn off this light. Let's see if the camera will adjust, or does it just go black? I bet
Just
this
a
light.
little bit.
I
Yeah,
bet
you can
this.
see it. It looks the same, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you got a lot of buildings around, right? Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same thing. He's facing that way, probably. Yeah. Nice. Looking
This
forward to it, man. It's
giant.
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'll see you guys tonight. Tonight. Well, tomorrow morning. See you guys tomorrow morning. Tonight I'm going straight to the hotel.
Right. Well, you might see us in the bar or something. You got to sort of go through the nightclub when you get into the hotel. This is one of those hotels.
Yes.
It's definitely a party place.
Yeah. It sure is. All right. I'm not seeing anything I like, guys. So, just one trade on Nvidia right now, but I'm not seeing anything that looks great. Tesla might be a good long here, looking pretty nice. BOTR bouncing back. Man, it's Tesla. Tesla could be decent here. Apple's trading well. They had no volume in the market at the pre-market. Let's see here. Tesla right now. Yeah, just kind of moving higher. Pull back on Nvidia. Which one? This one here? Yeah, I don't want to go long Nvidia. To be honest, so I didn't miss it. I don't. I'm looking at this 5 minute. I can't tell where this thing wants to go.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure on it. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I was thinking Tesla long here, but again, we've been so choppy, man, with these middle of the morning stuff, right? Going into 10 o'clock. So just being careful. Nvidia here looking like it wants to go higher. So that could be something. But again, I don't have a good strategy for that right there. Let's see here. No, man, I'm not a trigger happy trader. That's for sure.
Me neither. That's for really, really sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not. Um, GameStop consolidating. You don't get a lot of GameStop though. You gotta take a boatload of shares to get a decent return because the price doesn't move a whole lot compared to like Nvidia or some other ones on here. Yeah, David, things are still, you know, regular consumers, myself included, you go to the store, it's expensive, right? Um things are higher than what we think they should be, and that's not good. So you go and get what you need. You're not buying the extra two or three things that make the company's money. That's Walmart's model. You go into Walmart, and they'll bring you in for something because we used to sell to Walmart. We used to sell these microwaves, and they literally sold the microwaves like our company was sell to Walmart, and they sold the microwave for literally the same price they bought it from us because they wanted the back to school kids to come in, buy that microwave, and get 3, 4 chocolate bars. They are 50% of the profit, 100% of the profit, right? That's what they did. We were a bringing people into the store
Mm.
model, and then they want to sell you something that they have like 150% profit on it. So people are not doing that. They'll go in, they'll buy what they need, and they're out, and that's not good for the economy, obviously. See, this is why I didn't trust the long, not trusting the short. We're just in this sloppy area right now on both Tesla and even GameStop. So um, I don't see nothing that's breaking out right now. So look at that. Tesla now is short. Do we go short on Tesla? I mean, I don't know. It's just not clean. So if you went long Tesla here, you're definitely getting close to stopped out. And if you're in long NVIDIA, you should be stopped out in NVIDIA if you went long already. And then instead of short now, are we going to go below the low of the day? It's messy. So yeah, so this is where my non-trigger happiness come from. Just trading less has made me more profitable than trading more. Trading more has lost me a lot of money, a lots of money. PLTR. We could be going back to the low of the day. Tesla, everything dropping. Maybe we could be doing something like that. But what's the play here? Like, what's the strategy? Stefan, yeah, it's one of those days, man, where it's you don't know you're in chop until you actually let the candles build and you say, oh yeah, this is
I
chop. Like you don't know that.
I've gone short some Tesla here
Nice.
just to do something here and
Oh no, don't
move
tell
my
me that,
stop
Peter.
to
Just
break
tell
even.
me you have a strategy and you have something going.
Yeah, well, it okay. Well, it broke through VWAP. The VWAP and the previous day close are at the same level. So, being that it broke through fairly strongly there, I waited for the second candle. I just went short a minute ago. My entry is 272.39. So,
Nice, nice.
and again, aggressively move my stop to break even. I don't normally trade this time of day, so I don't want to take a lot of risk on this, but I'll just
Yeah, yeah,
if we can get a breakdown back to the lows, that would be good.
yep, yep.
I feel like I needed to do something. You're in
So Keith,
Vancouver.
just to
Just
expand more on your question here. So it depends, right? I don't want to say I would consider this a choppy day because there were some opportunities clearly, right? Like if you look at Tesla, if you caught the bottom, it depends on your trading style, right? If you're a reversal trader and you caught the bottom here and you're checking out at 276 from 270, that's not a choppy day for you. You're rocking, right? So it depends on your strategy
yeah.
a lot. For me, we had an opportunity here, right, to go long. Tess, look at this crap. So for the way
Yeah.
me and Peter trade, these days are this open because we still got plenty of time to go. This open is a little bit choppy than I would like, right? My short here, we didn't get the continuation, stopped out. Um, but if you were looking for a long above the VWAP, this is a great above the VWAP confirmation. This is beautiful. You go long right here. So here's your signal. right? So Andrew called that one. Some other people called that one. So that's not a choppy day for you, right? So it just really depends. For my strategy, I'm not seeing anything that sticks out. Say, hey, take this here. Look, we're back. I thought Tesla was so short, and I was with you, Peter. I thought that actually was going to work out, and now we're back above the
Yeah.
VWAP, right? So
Yeah.
that's
So I got
tough.
out at I
Yeah,
took a little partial and I got out at break even. So as I said, no risk on it. Just put a couple of bucks in the bank, but it didn't
yeah,
yeah, didn't move the way I was hoping. Didn't get the big breakdown.
yeah. All right, let's go to you guys because that's just the stocks we're looking at: GameStop, Tesla, Nvidia, Google, PLTR. What are you guys looking at? What did you trade? Did you think it was a choppy day? So just in that order, what are you looking at? Uh, did you think it was a choppy day? And if you're in anything, let's see what you guys got because I like to see what other people are trading. And we'll go through the list. Rocket Lab. Rocket
Sure,
Lab.
man.
As Peter looks for what to trade here. Rocket Lab. Okay. Reversal. It's a nice 5 minute engulfing. If you took that, you should still be in it on this one if you are. So good job there. You grabbed Apple. Let's see, Apple. Yeah, Apple's a slow grinder, man. It's just kind of gives you nothing in the pre-market. It just starts slowly grinding higher. We're seeing that here. It does that quite a bit. Very steady. That's one thing I gotta say about Apple, Peter. You're not getting the Tesla and Nvidia swings on this stock, right? It's doing its thing,
Not
you
not
know,
normally.
right? You're not getting these big pullbacks that will get you out of the trade. I mean, it's you gotta start watching this one a little bit more. Beyond choppy says CFC. Yeah, it is brutal.
Damn it! I knew that would happen. 1 second. I have to take care of something.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Go ahead, Peter. All right. Um, here's Mara. Oh, Mara was good.
Oops.
Evangelos, you
I
took
was afraid
Mara.
the button
Mara
would
was
do
good.
that.
Oh, you turned on the wrong lights. Is he talking to us? I don't think he's
Oh,
talking to
I'm
us.
sorry. I was talking. Hold on a sec.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
I'll mute you. I'll mute you. And you just, I muted you here on the thing. And when you come back, just give me a thumbs up. We can't hear you. And I can hear you. All right. Um, all right. So Mara drop. Mara was good. Mara was really good. Anybody take Mara? Good job there, guys. That was awesome. SMCI. Mara was, man. SMCI, good move here. It's okay, depending how you took it, right? Short heavy on Amazon. Let's see. Mara was great, guys. Whoever took Mara. All right, let me unmute you. Hold on a second. Okay, I just unmuted you, Peter.
I knew it. I knew that would happen. I
You hit the button. You turn on the lights.
Well, I opened the blinds here in the main room, but of course, because the control panel just says blinds up and curtains open, and it's all automatic, right? So it opens this whole giant bank of curtains here. But then my wife
Yep.
texted me and said, because this place is like a fishbowl, right? Like it's all windows.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she sent me a text message and said, "You just opened the blinds in the bedroom. Now I can't get out of bed." So, oops. Let me go
uh,
close those again.
yeah. Go take care of that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh, so
Lulu. What is Lululemon up to? Dropping a little bit. Lululemon. Uh, yeah, feeling the weakness here. They gap down. It gap down big, and the weakness is continuing on this one. So more weakness out of that
actually,
one.
yeah. What's Lulu doing?
Yeah.
Lulu. Oh yeah, that is weak.
New user 10 a.m. shake. Let's see. 10 a.m. See where things shake out of. Agree. It is Friday too, so it's
Mm-hmm.
could be a little weird. Um, just look at Tesla, right? It's just up and down, up, and it's kind of
Oh,
winding
I
into a
see.
point.
I see Andrew in the room drinking his coconut water. He's supposed to be coming for the run with us. So,
Oh, nice.
so
Oh, look at this. This is. Let me see if I can pull these up. This is pictures from. He sent it to YouTube chat, so if he sends you here, I can share it. Let's see here. Let me get up. the Telegram. Where's my Telegram?
Daniel, I absolutely check level 2 all the time. I always want to see what's going on. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. It depends on the stock and the moment. But it's one of the things I always just make sure I understand what it's telling me, if anything.
Yeah, so here's Andrew at his place last night. So they were hanging out, and here's the group. So here's what you did not get invited to, Peter.
Yeah, that's the party I was uninvited from. So fine.
Uninvited from.
I,
So there
I
it is. See a
guess.
couple of traders. This is Faris. So Faris has been, man, he's been putting in a lot of work with Andrew on what's coming up this weekend. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I see a couple of our traders and members here. So awesome. So yeah, looking forward to it. Should be pretty cool. Yeah, very nice. All right, friends. Yeah, I look forward to it, man. Look forward to it. All right, here's Tesla breaking higher now. It's Tesla long above the VWAP. It's just the 1 minute is just wrapping itself around the VWAP. I think eventually we'll get some kind of breakout. Look at this, is nice. Well, eventually we'll get some kind of breakup, but it's just hard to see as it gets tighter and tighter. And I think the market is kind of doing the same thing as well, right? Eventually we'll get something out of here. Actually,
Can I just say,
SPY
Carlos,
started dropping. Yeah.
that was a lovely freehand curve you just drew there. That was quite well done.
I can actually bring that back if you like. There it is.
Yeah.
And it's years of using
Gonna
this
overlay that on
Epic pen.
Tesla. We put the Tesla chart there.
There it is,
There
right?
you go. See, look
It's
at
pretty
that.
good.
That was
It almost looks like an indicator. Don't
It
confuse and
does.
go short.
That's
on
exactly
this.
what it looks like. That's what I said when you drew that. I thought,
Yeah.
wow, you're doing that freehand? That's pretty
Free
impressive.
hand, yeah, free hand. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Oh man, I get that a lot when I do the triangle. That when we do the onboarding class, do this triangle. They're like, "You did that by hand?" Like, yeah, I've done it a couple of times. This triangle, So it comes out good sometimes when the computer doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Patience is the game right now. Just gotta be patient. I mean, just look at Tesla, right? Up and down, up and down. Just gotta be patient. There's just not a lot that looks great. Nvidia looks like one of these stocks that maybe wants to go short for the day. I mean, keeps making lower lows, so maybe we might see a breakdown here. Qs and SPYs are actually going lower. Nvidia, out of all of them, I like the most for a possible short, which is we're getting a good risk reward on it, right? So we'll see. Google, whoever mentioned Google, look at the breakdown. So feeling the weakness there, and PLTR just wrapping itself around the VWAP at the moment. So MLGO, oh man, look at this bad boy, 15% up right now, and
Wow.
look at what was that, 50 cents pop and $1.50
Jesus.
in a minute. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I
And they're fun to
I
watch,
don't
I gotta
know.
tell you. I love
They're
watching
fun to
these.
watch. There's people
Yeah,
that trade these very well, and I
yeah,
just, hats off to them because you can definitely make money quickly, but you can also lose money quickly, and that's
yeah.
what
You can
frightens
get
me.
burned.
So
Yeah,
I just stay away.
yeah, no, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. It is wild.
Well, I'm not tempted to get back into Tesla here. That, like you said, this choppiness.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
yeah, I feel like it's gonna sell off. I feel like Nvidia is gonna sell off, and Tesla, but yeah, it has that weak feel. At level two, you've seen it's a lot of big bids on a level two. You see a guy keep coming up over here. Let's go up a little more. Shoot. Right over here, a guy keeps coming
Yeah.
up with some big numbers. He's not there now, but he was there earlier. So you see a big print coming up there. Um, so again,
I don't
he's gone
I
though.
don't like
He's
this. Yeah, I don't like this price action on both the SPY and the Qs. Their charts look very similar this morning, but if you call up either one, just on the very short term, I always look at a 1 minute chart. But we got this strange candle that happened about 4 minutes ago, where you've got this big wick where it just came right back up to the same range. So I don't know,
Here
you don't
on the
normally
Qs,
see that.
on the
Yeah,
Qs,
yeah, that one
yeah, I
right
see that.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
So hopefully it'll sell off again, but I, I don't like it when I see those types of candles because
Yeah.
um,
Did we have someone mention news in chat? Just reading your comments, guys. JD mentioned news. Well, do we have anything at 10? Putting up your
there
list
is,
here.
yeah, we do have the
Consumer
consumer sentiment
sentiment.
coming
Yeah.
out. Or did came, I guess it did come out. Oh my God, it's 10
Yeah.
o'clock already.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was the consumer sentiment number that came out? This is the Michigan consumer sentiment, pretty much on
Mm-hmm.
target. This is the
Yep.
month date, March data it says, and 57.9 was the. Well, it depends which number you look at here, but anyways, we'll go with this one. 57.9 was the expected. 57 was the delivered number. Again, it's within range. It's within, yeah, nothing special there reported out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Which typically doesn't move the stock much, but again, you just never know.
Yeah, the
Sometimes it does,
markets.
sometimes it doesn't. You just don't know anymore. Um, we're seeing weakness here, so let's see. I'm looking at Nvidia, Tesla. Mm, yeah, it's just I think it's a short, but I just really don't trust that it's gonna end up working out, and that's not good. I rather sit out, but I think this is a short. Nvidia breaking last low. Yeah, I think this is a short. I'm gonna regret it not getting in when I had the opportunity right in here. It's a great area, great risk to reward, or not great but decent, and I'm gonna regret it big time. Yeah, because it just looks weak. Look at this. Um, Tesla. So let me see if there's anything that's still has a good risk to reward that I can jump in on for this breakdown, because it looks like we are heading down, down, down. Tesla could still be a decent one, I think. Not great, but it could still be a decent one if we're going to be heading south.
All right. I'm gonna have to change. Let's see here. Phone array.
Anyone take anything short, guys? What are you short on right now? I mean, this is we're selling, sell. POTR, nice move down. Yeah, it's a beautiful move down on POTR. I mean, it's just look at that. Rocket Lab, same thing. Great move down. Short Amazon, Tesla, Meta. All right, you guys are short everything. Hood. Let's see Hood. Yeah, it is fire sale in place right now, and I'm not in it, and the FOMO is at all-time highs. And I think Tesla's the one that's given us the best, gave me the best opportunity to take a short. I really want this trade. Okay, I'm gonna go short Tesla. I'm gonna go short Tesla here. I think it's the best one to join the party. The other ones seem like they have ran pretty much, right? If you look at everything else, they're gone. So I think Tesla's the best one to. They still have not broke the law of the day, so I think we still got a good opportunity to get. Oh yes. Let's go. Here it is. All right, if we break the law of the day, we usually get this nice flush. Yeah, there it is. Nice. What? Partial. Why is it not working? Why is it not? Am I doing something wrong here? Okay. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. All right. Oh man, that's not good. I'm too experienced to be hitting wrong buttons. Peter, you okay? If Peter is just holding steady, looking at his position, he's very good at it. But I think he's not. I think he's gone. He was a good man. He was a good man. All right, partial on Tesla, guys. All right, let's keep it going, please. Tesla, be good to us. Do I gotta take out more? Peter in the zone. Yeah, he's trading he's trading that low flow MLGO. He can't take his eyes off of it because then he'll lose. Oh, really? You're gonna do that? Okay, we're gonna just get out of it. Get out of break even. We got a decent move there. We're gonna get out of break even. I just don't trust it. So out of break even, we want this trade to be green. So I don't trust it, man. Wow, what a move. What a move. All right, so we're out in Tesla, guys. I don't want to give anything back on my green trade. Oh, Peter just texted me to see what's going on. My headset died and it froze my link. Okay. All right, all good. All good. Okay. All right, so oh man, see, this is why you get out of break even. This is why you get out of break even. I would have given my money back on this thing. All right, let me put Peter to rest here as far as his frozen picture. We'll get him off of that and put something else. And this market is tough. Let's see. Let's take out Peter, and I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to join us back because he's his thing right now. So we'll put this on here. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, so we got almost, man. See how fast this thing dropped. This is almost a $2 drop on this thing. I got $1.50 on this. Is awesome. This way in Tesla, Nvidia are so good to trade because you can make something quickly. Nvidia was the trade, guys. Please tell me you took Nvidia. Look at this beautiful drop here. I think Tesla's going to continue to drop, but again, the rule says I got to stop out of break even when I take a partial, so I had to get out the trade. But I think it's going to continue here. But now my entry would not be ideal as far as risk to reward, right? So it's not ideal here. Not ideal. All right, can't get back. Oh, that's so. Yeah. Oh, Peter, if you can hear me, I see you're on YouTube. I just saw your message. Yeah, if you can't get in, man, that's okay. No worries. We'll run it from here, and I know you got your run coming up maybe later. If you could join, great. But if you can't, it's all good, my friend. Andrew will be on at 10:30. I'm not sure what his day looks like. I know, again, the schedule, guys, bear with us. The schedule's a little funky today. Poor Peter. Yeah. They only gave him a certain amount of time from the jail cell to call us like he did this morning. His time right now. So bear with us. The schedule's gonna be a little bit weird as we go through some of these things, but yeah. Oh man, look at this. Are we gonna get some good reversals today? Might be a good reversal there. I'm gonna save some ammo. One red trade, one green trade, but not as big as we would like. And look at this drop off going here. Wow. So very nice. Part of this is too, let's not blame Tesla. Is the entry was not great, right? We were calling this thing up over here. We were just so hesitant given how choppy it's been. So again, it's not the stock's fault. Luckily we got something out of it, but if we were in here, we would have survived all of this as the nines just kind of wrapping at the top of all these candles right now, and the 5 minute pushing lower nicely here. Nvidia also giving in. We talked about Nvidia here. We didn't trust it given how choppy it was, and look at this, man, just beautiful drop there. So your risk tolerance, how comfortable you are with the stock, also plays a part. Google, I know some of you guys mentioned Google here, and look at this, how beautiful this drop is. PLTR, everything is just bending the knee to the market, to the bears. Bend the knee to the bears today. That's what the market is doing. And MLGO back down to 16. Everything is bleeding. Quantum names are bleeding. Everything is bleeding. This is good though. We like this because there might be some stuff in sale. American Airlines. Oh, American Airlines. I mean, I have an alert when it goes under 10. I'm buying for swing trade, but we are nice. I missed it when it hit 1040. It hit 1040, and I didn't have an alert on. Now you know I should put an alert on just in case it gets this close again. So yeah, things going on sale. So if you have a couple of swing trades you want to jump in, look at those stocks, set alerts when they get at a good price, jump in. But also reversals. We might see some good reversals today. if we do have some stuff happening here. I don't have VOO. No, I don't have VOO long term. I only learned from this study. Even though this VOO was a thing, I learned it from Andrew when he started trading this thing. So I don't have any in it. My real long term stuff is tied up in a lot of mutual fund stuff that I transitioned over from my corporate days. So I haven't really touched it. I look at it. I should manage it better. I know I'm being lazy there, but it's doing good. Not right now, right, compared to where it was 2 months ago, but it's still doing good overall. Long term, it's just doing fine. So, and yeah, GameStop, nothing. Tesla gave us something at least. Nvidia's got us. And Google's dropping, making a new low. Next level on Google is that 156. Here's the daily on Google. If you're in it, 156.74 is the next area there for Google. MLGO, real garbage. Yes, especially if it's not your typical stock to trade. Somebody else is screaming, it's the next best thing they've seen since sliced bread. So it just depends, man. For me, this will take my money all day long. So I just avoid these tickers. I don't have a strategy in, right? But yeah, someone mentioned, like, for example, someone mentioned what's his name? What's his name? Ross. Ross is good at these, right? He's very good. We got a lot of respect for his community as well. Different style of trader. But he's really good at these type of breakout, low flow stocks. It's just kind of his niche. Based on the recap, I've never been in his chat room, but based on the recaps I see him do, this is his niche. But you just got to find what you're good at. The hardest thing as a trader is finding what you're good at. There's no right or wrong way to do something. It's what are you good at? What can you do consistently over and over again as these things continue to highway to hell. Wow. And that's the hardest thing. And there's no right or wrong way. So it's only your way that you can do consistently. I'm not allowed to short, so I'm doing inverse Nvidia. Good point. Yes, if you're in a situation where you can't short because you got a cash account, or you don't have the past the PT, whatever the case may be, you can always long tickers like this one, NVDQ, lower price. Careful. Is this one leveraged or no? I know some of these are leveraged. Yeah, 2 times leverage. So just because it's $3, guys, don't go out there and buying 30,000 shares, right? Risk management, 100% all the time. But I'm glad you mentioned that, Rusty. It's a great point. You can always find ways to short things. Some other ones you could look at, right? So maybe Tesla is, like, for example, right, too expensive for your taste, $269, and you want to trade something like TSLL, lower price, which is actually great for reversals right now. So if you have a smaller account, which is a cash account, this is another one that you can actually use to day trade, right? It is 2 times leverage. So again, risk management first. Always think there, and then position accordingly. So there's tons of these, right? This company here, by the way. Sorry, a little bit of some education in the meantime while we wait for some reversals. If you look at this direction, if you look them up, they'll list you all the stocks that they do these times 2 ETFs on, right? So correlated with the company. So there's a few on there. Some of them I looked at them. Some of them are horrible. They have their own websites. Just look it up and you can see it there. You can also look it up. I use Thinkorswim to look up a lot of these things, and you can see all the ones that they have. If you're looking for a particular company, that's the way to do it. And there's several. There's that one, Direction, and there's some other ones too that have these. NVDL is another one that you can use. Here's another one. Here, this is Granite Shares. His company name here. Granite Shares is another provider of these type of tickers. So you could look at their website, and they have tons of these as well. So, and I just learned this. Like I've been trading for 7 years, and we just started looking at tickers like this one. I haven't traded any. I tried TSL a couple of times, but it's just how great it is, man, when you just win a community. If I was not a community, I probably would have never found this out. I got it through Andrew. Andrew got it to somebody else. And it's just, the trading community is amazing. So hopefully you can take advantage of what we have going on. TSLL, looking good here. At the moment, we're really just waiting for some kind of reversals, right? Waiting for reversals to set up closer to 1030. We'll see how that shapes up. TZA. Done for the day. Apple plus QQQ puts a decent gains. Nice, man. Nice. TZA. What is this one for? Oh, small caps. Yeah. Bear times 3. Another one. Yeah, so many things you could do, man. It's awesome. Keep an open mind. Research, learn. FAZ. What's that one? FAZ. Oh, here it is. Financial. Yeah, it's financial. Yeah. Awesome stuff, man. Apple was a great reversal. Yeah, it really sold off, man. The market is gonna end pretty bad today. It's going lower and lower, as you can see here. Nvidia dropping a bit. Tesla's still somewhat holding compared to everything else that has been dropping. Tesla's maintaining here, which is nice. Let's see how we're doing here. So yeah, red Friday to end the week. The SPY's ending red. Friends over on YouTube, so here's our likes at the moment. We're sitting at 202. So let's see if we can get this higher. We'll appreciate it. Again, only ask because I know I forget. Like you can see me, I have not even hit the button, so we'll do it now. 203. So help us get a little bit higher. Really appreciate it, guys. It helps us out a ton. Daniel says it is all due to tariffs. Yes, it is. It is the uncertainty, right? Tariffs is all uncertainty in the market. Consumer sentiment is also, we have, again, things are expensive, things are expensive, and me and my wife are good. We set up ourselves pretty nice. We're not rich, but we're good, right? But there's something about, as you get older, there's something about paying for something that's not worth it. Like, okay, this is not worth $5. It's not worth that. I'm gonna buy it because whatever, but it's not worth that, right? And that sucks, right? So then your mind starts thinking, I really want to pay for that. It's not worth that. Carton of eggs is not worth $15, where some crazy number. I don't know how much it is actually. We just buy it, but it's not worth that, right? So that's the problem. So even if you don't, like Andrew, for example, says all the time, doesn't have any money issues, right? But just want to pay for stuff that's not worth that. It's too much. So that's the case. All right, what do we get to? 203. I got to refresh to be able to. Look at our leather jacket, man. What kind of ad is this? The generation of e-commerce. Look at the leather jacket, man, right here. All right, what do we get to? 248. All right, it's not bad. We take it. I appreciate you guys. Awesome. 248. Tesla's holding, guys. Could be a good reversal. See, Andrew's talking about inflation too. He's talking about inflation too. You can see him in chat. This is what he's showing here. And that's the problem. There it is. It's talking about inflation 1 year, this and that, and that's the issue. Market does not like that. It's worth 750, probably. I got to pack eventually. Eventually, I got to pack. So I got to do that at some point today before my flight. Markets are picking up now. Well, they'll find a base. Right? After a sell-off like that, you start finding a base, and we'll see what tickers can be great reversals. And we are around that time frame, 1030, where we start seeing things kind of go the other way. I like Tesla for reversal. Here's why: because things kept selling off, and Tesla's just kind of held here. So this could be a good one to get back to view at. We do have a double bottom on the daily. So if you see here, this is a nice double bottom there on the 1 minute. Usually don't put a lot of weight on the 1 minute double bottom. The 5 minute doesn't have one yet. I'd rather wait for a stronger confirmation, just make sure that, hey, the move is done and that we're not actually being stuck in some consolidation to continue the downturn. The Qs are selling lower. Like you see the Qs right now, they're moving they're looking to sell to go lower here, so that doesn't give me a lot of, as Jerome Powell will say, a lot of confidence. We need more confidence that this is going to go higher, and the market selling down doesn't give me greater confidence that we should go long here. So, man, Google is taking a hit. Google is taking a bloodbath here. These guys are facing some issues, man, with this Chat GPT stuff. They got to figure out what their next step is going to be, and they got to figure out quick, because a lot of people use, they get paid off ads, and their revenue for every time you search something, whether you get promoted to go at the top, all these things add up. And they're trying to do something where they have a similar system to Chat GPT on their search. But the guy was saying the problem with that is, if it becomes too specific and fine-tuned, then how are they going to get the ad revenue to just pop up on the side? So they got some work to do. They got to get ahead of it quickly. You're not gonna like this answer, Keith. 3.5. I know it's a long time. You're not gonna like it. Well, actually, I didn't transition. I was a full-time trader at the time, just not making money. So I was not doing nothing else. So there was no transition. I was a full trader at the time, just not making money. So I've been trading since 2018 and done nothing else, right? Just didn't make money the first 3 years. Struggled, man. Struggled so bad. But yeah, this is all I've been doing. I haven't been doing nothing else. I didn't have a smooth transition like many people where they have a 9 to 5, and then they do this on the part time, and then they kind of transition over. Mine's just a little rough. Yeah. Then you figure it out. I figure it out, and you stop losing money, right? Then you start being profitable. So 3.5. Not all of it. There were some really good years within that 3.5 where we made a lot of money, but just didn't have consistency, man. Boom and bust trader, risking too much. I was losing a lot and making a lot, right? It's just that back and forth, and just so many bad habits. I mean, we've spoken about this on the channel plenty of times, right? But yeah, it was a rough. And it's not one thing. Like the next question that comes up, what's the one thing that helped you survive or helped you get over it? It's not one thing. It's all these small different things you just stop doing, and they all add up to build your edge and kind of, get you to where you need to be. But one of them was trading a lot. I was taking 10 to 15 trades a day. The minute I slow down, taking that many trades, it's incredible. And what happens is people think that, but you're not gonna make a lot if you trade small. No, you will. At first, no. Like if you don't trade like a small meaning number of trades, right? But you will. It's just gonna take longer, right? You will. You will make money. All you have to do is now increase the number of trades, increase your risk. Increase your risk, right? So that's how you make more money. You don't make more money by taking more trades. You just increase your risk, right? You go from risking, 25. I went down to 25 shares, $25 per trade risk. That's how bad it was after that big loss. So then you increase every month, 50, 250, 300, right? You get to a point where you're comfortable risking 500, no problem. But it takes time. It takes time. And understand that every stock is not the same. I won't risk, 500 on Tesla. You could risk 150, $100, and you could still make $500 on Tesla on a move, right? So you don't gotta, risk too much to make great money on certain stocks, right? Other stocks you could take 1,000 shares, your risk is still, somewhat controlled because it'll move like that. But yeah, man, it's a journey. It's a journey. Now I believe with the systems we have in place, people can do it a lot faster and they can save a lot more money. Like this funded account stuff is awesome. Andrew talks about it all the time. You can really save your account. I blew up an account. Blew up a couple of accounts. Not blown up completely, but just taking like losses where you have to stop and think, okay, do I need to go back to a 9 to 5? That type of blow up account. That's blowing up an account, even though your account's not a zero. That's blowing up. Tesla. My buddy. This is why I wait for more confirmation. We're not done. The humanity. The bloodbath. The humanity, friends. Wow. This is, I find this right here the toughest time to trade. when things, I mentioned it yesterday, when things are trending, I just don't have a strategy. I don't have a good reversal strategy, which you don't want to use here anyways. And I don't have an entry strategy when things are trending. I don't know if you guys have one. I don't have one. Like, how do you jump in short here and with something so extended? I don't have one. Yeah, trendy. If you have a strategy for this trendy type day, you're crushing it today, man. Or if you got in at a good entry, you are just loving it. And here, my Nvidia and Tesla trade. My Tesla trade was good. It's just came right to my break even. But you have to follow your rules. Gotta follow your rules, man, man, man. This could have, and I would have waited with you guys till this drop would have came here, but just a little bit higher would have been okay. Yeah, it happens slowly, then suddenly. Yeah, you don't even notice it. You don't even notice it. I agree. I heard Thor say that a couple of times. Yeah, Tom, it's tough, but again, I think people don't need to go that. So but yeah, it's and not all the 3 years, right? There were some years where, again, some months where we went through a 6 month period, man. When I thought I was okay, I said we're getting boats and yachts, like this is out of control. The money I'm making, like it was insane. It was a 6 months period where the amount of money coming in, I was like, baby, you're about to just go to like live remote somewhere, right? It was just insane. So there's potential to make an incredible amount of money in the market, but again, I was risking way too much, right? And didn't have a solid system in place that could sustain past that 6 months. And I realized that when I had that huge loss, like okay, we need to slow down here. But yeah, there's potential here, man. I think people, it's all about discipline. If you can be disciplined, you can do it faster. 100%. I was not as disciplined as I thought I was, right? And know your personal vices. Like for me, it's optimism. I'm just very optimistic, very happy, very risk. You know, I don't mind taking risk. I love risk. So that combination of taking risk, very optimistic, all these things, they're great. My personal life, they're amazing. I like to believe I'm great at this and all that. But when you
What do
bring
you
that
think
into
about going
trading,
to
it's tough. It's tough. Hey, good
to
morning, Andrew.
Hey Carlos, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, my friend. Doing good.
How's YouTube
Um,
doing?
Good. Got stopped out on Nvidia. Jumped on Tesla, man, but took a portion, then break even, then the run happened. So really, really
Always like
left me
that, huh?
behind. But gotta follow the rules, man. What can you
All
do?
right, so give us a second, Carlos. Brian and I come and
Yep.
join your show.
Yeah.
Then you can
Make sure
actually
to turn
stream
off
it into
the
the
mics.
platform. Brian, let's go
Yep.
to the vMix, please.
All right, guys, we're going to transition Andrew over here. I'm going to send our volume to the chat, and Brian just has to turn off his mic. All right, perfect. I'm going to transition to Andrew and Brian, and just going to stick around to make sure, Brian, your volume is good.
All right, guys. How are you guys doing on YouTube? Um, I had a pretty good day. I mean, very small, like not a crazy day. And I did the one trade on TSLL at the open, which was working very nicely, and took the second trade, but I got stopped out on it. NVDA, I took the NVDL trade for a very nice opening range breakup. That one was a very nice profitable trade, so I'm sitting at $10,000 profit. Brian had a bunch of other smaller trades.
Yeah, I shorted Tesla and also shorted SPX. Worked out quite well using puts.
Yeah, now we are having this sell-off in the market. So consumer inflation expectation is high, apparently. And obviously the market is super uncertain about the impacts of tariffs. So there's really no hope for going higher. So it might be just volatile, go up and down until we get a little bit more clarity on the tariffs and the impact of the tariffs. There might be a
Yeah, you could
case for a
go.
bounce on Qs. a little bit lower, but it looks like that the market is really slowly grinding down.
As I said before, any pop right now, any bounce is suspect. Wow, 260 bid on Tesla at 260.
It's apparently a very big earthquake this morning in Asia as well. That's horrible.
What's that?
There was a very bad
There was a
earthquake in
big.
Asia.
Oh, okay.
But recovery would be good. Really sorry for that. So Daniel is asking about what time do you guys typically trading? This is the time of the day that 10:30 is kind of I'm really slowing down. I probably don't want to trade much after this, so I'm probably really stopping trading very soon, unless there's a really obvious setup we can find. Right now, Qs are really setting off. Maybe it's reversal or something like that. Guys, we went yesterday to the Paradox Hotel. The setup looks amazing. The production looks really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had a lot of people also hosting at my place. I sent some of the pictures to Carlos. So yeah, I'm super excited. Thanks for everybody who's coming and signing up and supporting and going out of your way to join us. Really, it's really amazing.
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Now here we go. Just shorting Tesla some more here on the puts. 565s this time. 265s. Quick scalp because we're really extended here. Nvidia is trying to bounce here.
Yes, Daniel. I think 10:30 a.m. like around this time would be a time that you can slow down on the trading because slowly the volatility goes down. But it really depends on your trade books. Like Peter, for example, trades in the afternoon a lot. He has these systems
Yeah.
that he trades in the afternoon. So I think, for example, today I have to leave like at 8. So for my time, in 20 minutes. But if I'm sticking around, there could be a really good reversal, maybe at S4 on Tesla at 258. If the sell-off continues going down, it looks like the market really doesn't want to go much higher. So if it goes down, maybe a quick
Much
bounce on
lower.
S4.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nvidia popped up through 9 EMA, 2-minute chart. Tesla's still trading well below that level, but we are getting a bit of a bounce on some things here. Nvidia leading the way.
Hardip is asking, why do you use DAS Pro instead of IBKR? DAS Pro is just a trading and charting platform, and I found it very, very powerful for hotkeys, very robust in charting and data visualization. Like the level two, the speed of level two visualization is amazing. You can use IBKR own platform, but it's a little bit more slower, less robust, difficult to work. You don't have to use DAS Pro, but I highly recommend it. A cost of like $150, $200 is nothing for this style of trading that I do and the robustness that I'm getting.
Yeah. Find it's a little bit harder to execute orders on IBKR too.
I think, Daniel, every trader should start using certain indicators that they seem reasonable and relevant for them. So the whole point of simulator is to figure out all of these different indicators and essentially build a system around it. You don't have to use the level two, but if you want to build a system around level two, yes, you have to use level two for the simulator to build your system around it. I think probably your question comes from the fact that I want to trade in a simulator very cheaply. I don't want to pay for level two. Is that okay? The answer to that is okay, but in the simulator, the system that you're developing, you shouldn't have level two in there because you just didn't, practice on it. It's not that, you trade in a simulator and then you come and add level two in that and, start working. No, you have to practice on level two and their signals and the message that is giving it to you. Maybe you can, for 1 month, you can use the simulator very cheap from Trading Terminal, free or other places. But eventually, when you want to build a complete system, you have to go into the platform that has all the indicators that you need, or you want to build a system around it. What is SEC Rule 144? I don't know, actually. Never heard of that.
Just short a bit of Tesla, half the 9 EMA at the 2-minute chart. We'll see if it pulls back again. This buy just hit 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. I'm looking for a rejection here. Same with the Qs. We'll see if it's. I know where I'm stopping out. Be a very small loss if I'm wrong here, which I think I'm going to be. So I'm going to get out. Looking for a better rejection there.
All right, so market popped up a little bit. SPY popped up a little bit.
Yeah. SPY's trying to break out here.
Bounce back from S4. It might make a double bottom here. You bullish Zach on Apple. It's a little bit too late. Yeah, it looks like right now on a 5-minute, it looks like a big bullish engulfing. But I don't know if I want to take this to the long now. It's a little bit, the day.
There's your rejection there on the SPY. Qs. Let's see what happens on this pullback. I'm a 920 on NVIDIA right now.
For a short, huh?
For a short, yeah, I'm not sure if I'd take that right now.
I don't know. I mean, something is telling me
Depends what
that
the
this.
SPY does. See, we're getting a pullback on the SPY. LTR is trying to pop up here. You're right. Here was SPX dropping again. Wow. Pulling back. As I said, any of these pop-ups should be considered suspect. And the SPY, we're right back down to lull day. Same with the Qs, pretty close. NVIDIA did do a rejection at that level, but let's see if it can hold above the 9.
Oh,
Let's see what SPX does. Maybe we'll get a double bottom here. Yeah, NVIDIA really just bounced right off S4, eh? It's a nice catch on that. NVIDIA does look like it's going to try to hold here. It's going to depend partly on what the Qs and the SPY do here. All right, how's everyone doing on YouTube?
all right, guys. I gotta go because I have a busy day. So, guys, see you tomorrow in the
Yeah.
TEDx event, and we're gonna have the breakfast, guys. VIP people, guys, breakfast right at 10 a.m. And it's gonna be a very busy day for me. So, see you. For those of you who are coming, see you tomorrow at the TED. Be there 9 a.m. And for those of you who are not coming, see you on Monday, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thanks, Brian, for staying. I'll see you
Thank
later.
you. Yeah. Thanks. I'll stick around for a few more minutes here. I don't think I don't think we'll be doing YouTube Live on Monday, just because um, we're going to be trading from the hotel, and can be a little. We'll all have our portable set up, so it won't be quite as easy just to jump on YouTube like we normally do. So we're testing a low of day here again on the SPY. So that NVIDIA 920 trade would have been good. So 920 trade is you get a steady move in one direction. Both the 9 and the 20 follow it up or down, whatever the case may be. NVIDIA, for in NVIDIA's case, it was going down. So eventually find a bottom and you get through the 9 EMA and then usually get a rejection at the next level, which is the 20 EMA. So that's exactly what happened with NVIDIA. Nice steady down. Finally broke through the 9 EMA to the upside at around 10. Was at around 10.35. Came up to the 20 and rejected. See what we're going to do here. See if we get some kind of a double bottom in. Might be tradable. Trend is still down. Maybe we'll get a bounce here. Okay, I'm long SPX. Let's see what happens. It's a nice move. Nice move already. NVIDIA bouncing back. Okay, that was just a quick grab there on SPX. Pop and dropped again. Again, we're using that 9 EMA. We're still in a downtrend on the SPY, still in a downtrend on the Qs. All rallies should be considered suspect. SPX looks, again, we're just trying to hold, was it 5, sort of 58.50? $558.60 is kind of this low here. Yeah, all of our books that are on Amazon, usually you can find them in pretty much every format. My swing trade books and my option book available, and pretty much all Andrew's books available on e-reader, whether you like e-reader or audio version. You can go to the BBT website because there'll be references to charts, so you can get those charts off the BBT website. We're trying to put in a bottom here. Not yet. Another rejection at the 9 EMA on both indexes. So chopping sideways for the time being. No, I'm not in any. I'm not in any trade right now. I tried picking a bottom on the Qs there when we were at S6 for 74, but quickly got stopped out um, on that trade. Yeah, we are going to test low of day here again. Qs are now breaking lower. Okay, let's see what happens here. If we get a Pearson fail, which means it dropped lower and then snapped back up, maybe that was possible bottom there. Yeah, possible bottom here. We'll see. We've really got to get through the 9 EMA on both these indexes if we're going to break this trend. Here goes Tesla rolling over again. Nvidia rolling over again. There's some pretty big orders hanging out with Tesla right around 261 and 260. So we might it's possible we head back down there. It's going to depend on what the indexes do, probably overall market. All right, guys, I'm going to drop off here. I got to head downtown and catch up with everybody for breakfast. So should be a good time. Tesla's trying to bounce here. Q's trying to bounce.
Hey, Brian. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Just want to check the microphone. Hope you had a good day. Enjoy your breakfast,
Yes,
Brian.
overall, yeah, I would say so. Yeah. How was your day?
I didn't take any trades. Honestly, it was a little bit choppy for me during the pre-market. I was building my watch list, waiting for things to settle down, and then this huge drop happened.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your, I guess it's evening there, or it's getting close.
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. around here, so enjoy
All right.
the rest of the day there.
Yeah. Thank you. See you, Emma.
Thank you, Brian. See you soon. Hello, BBT. Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? No, Sean, I did not take that CCL alongside. Like I said, when I was building my watch list, there was literally nothing that I enjoyed today. And the only thing that I was watching for long today was CCL. There were a few reasons why I was watching it to the long side, and I'll explain it to you right now. But I did not end up trading it. And I hope you guys did not get caught in that trap either. The main reason I liked CCL for to the long side was this weekly chart that you see around here. We had a huge drop during the last few weeks. We retested this previous resistance area, bounced from it, and we had a decent bullish candle on the weekly chart. Next, the daily chart. Without looking at today, it looked quite bullish, to be honest. You can see that there is a decent zone around here where we had a lot of buyers jumping in. We also had a strong moving average, 200 moving average on the daily chart. We did pull back, and this pullback did not show us any weakness, right? Even though we were dropping, these red candles were small. There was enough buyers holding the price until yesterday, where it finally closed as a doji, which also was a good confirmation that today we might bounce and that we might go to the long side. Let me just close this because you probably don't need it, right? Anyway, finally, we're going through the 60-minute chart, and that's what was questionable to me. 60-minute chart was descending. Every single wave or swing high was making lower and lower and lower highs, and the level of support is down here. That was more of a bearish setup. So if the weekly chart showed me strength, the daily chart showed me strength as well. The 60-minute chart did not show me much strength except for the level of support, but a level is just a level. The fact that we are sitting around it doesn't mean that the price is going to bounce to the long side. I wanted to see what's going to happen around 2055. And I wanted to see a fake break before the recovery to play to the long side. Normally, a fake break is more than enough. So this price action around here normally is enough for me to pull the trigger to the long side. And if I pull the trigger to the long side around here, I probably would have been out around break even. But why didn't I pull it the trigger? Volume. I wanted extra confirmation than just a fake break. You know that I care so much about the consecutive candles. And this is the first candle, second candle, third candle. And we know that after 3 candles, there could be a pullback before the drop. If the fake break happened within the same candle, first candle breaks, recovers, I would have pulled the trigger to the long, or multiple candles, but with an increasing volume, which we did not have. That was not enough for me to pull the trigger to the long side. And you could see it's been selling off for the rest of the day. By the way, we're approaching a strong level on CCL. There it is, 1983. It's a big wick, and I personally love big wicks. Normally, they hold to the opinion. They are accurate areas of support. So the average true range on CCL is $1. That means that the average move that we make intraday is $1. Previous day close is 2080. A drop from 2080 to 1980 would mean that the ATR is getting exhausted to a strong level. So that might be an area where we're going to bounce from. I'm not saying reverse all the way to the upside, just the bounce. That's probably what's going to happen around there. We'll see what's going to happen. So how did you guys do? Hope you had an amazing Friday. I had a good week, to be fair. traded Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Took 3 trades. All of them are green. No trades yesterday. On Thursday, no trades before yesterday. Sorry, no trades today. On Friday. I'm still long Tesla. This is giving me a bit of a hard time. I went into the long side, for those who don't know on YouTube, for a swing on it around 230, and I wanted to target $300. Not a single partial, and you could see that it's struggling. Small double top, selling off today, but I'll hold it through the weekend. We'll see. I might lock in a small profit today by the end of the day, around 3:30 p.m., if we are about to close as a full red candle. If by the end of the day Tesla recovers and goes all the way back to 270, 271, I might hold it through the weekend with my full share size. Doesn't look as strong as it looked like in the beginning of the week. I wanted this weekly candle to close around 276, 275, enough bullish to have a small continuation next week. And if it closes as a reverse hammer this week, probably next week we're going to sell off and it's going to get me out around break even. Or maybe it's going to make a higher low before going to the upside. I don't know what's going to happen, and that's why I don't want to just gamble on holding on with my full share size. And at the same time, I don't want to exit all out because there is still a chance that it's going to go to the upside. So I think the smartest thing to do would be to lock in some profits before the close today, if it's going to close red, or hold on for the next week if it's going to close bullish. Sean took an option put on MSTR. MSTR. Yeah, this thing is actually bearish. So I would have been slightly long buys on this thing as well, similar to CCL, but the 60-minute chart is showing us weakness. Actually, it was really weak. Now looking at this during the pre-market, it did drop below this level, retested it. So yeah, this was definitely a short today, 100% short today. I did not actually check this one out. Was enough clean. Good catch there. Ali is asking about PLTR 920 to 84. I think coming late to answer this one. To 84. This is not the best 920, by the way. You want to play the 920s maybe in the beginning of the move, second or beginning of the third 5-minute candle. If you take a look at the daily chart, same thing. The ATR is around $6, and this thing already hit its full ATR. So 84 is an ATR stretch for it. Next, check the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, 3 consecutive 15-minute candles. So this thing needs to make a pullback before the drop. It looks like a reverse ABCD on the 5-minute chart and a 920 strategy on the 2-minute chart. But this is more of a fake reverse ABCD pattern because it's happening while being extended from the 9 and the 15. I think there is a chance that it's going to make a higher low and a small bounce to the upside. The risk to reward to the long side is not there, and the risk to reward to the short side is not there either. It's better to sit out. Bit of tricky on a tough day. And one of the best things that you could do to yourselves as traders is to sit out when there are no opportunities for trading. Remember, break-even day is better than a red day. What's a 920? 920 strategy is more of a scalping strategy. What you usually do is you try to short a really weak stock when it approaches the 20 moving average, and you start looking in some profits around the 9 and more. Personally, I like this strategy for a scalp when the 9 and the 20 are so extended from each other. For example, that's a huge drop around here. Stock goes into the 20. You short it here while the 9 and the 20 are far from each other, and you scalp it into the 9 moving average. The longer the consolidation, the closer the 9 and the 20 get to each other. And then the risk to reward is just simply not there, shorting it around the 20 and targeting the 9 moving average. That's just not worth it. You basically look for a weak stock and you buy the first pullback into the 20 moving average. Let's see if there was some good opportunity for this today. Let's see. We don't always get these. Remember, setup is just setup. It's also better played before 11 o'clock, like this one. First pullback into the 20, but you see the risk to reward there is just not much. That's why I don't enjoy this strategy much, at least not for me. For scalpers, could be a good one. For those who are looking for a bit of a more run or a bigger run, it wouldn't be the best opportunity. I'd say took a short on the last 5-minute candle, took a decent profit. Thanks for the advice. Well done, Adi. Well done. Asdel in the chat room saying that he is long AMD from 101 and Sukarov traded CCL AMD from 101 for a swing, I assume, right? That was actually a really good entry for AMD around 101 to the long side. I remember we called this swing trade on the 14th of February. Honestly, it's really tough right now. I'm not as hopeful on it for a long as I were back then. It made a really decent move to the upside around 16%. Probably wouldn't have hit my target. Now looking at the weekly chart, you could see that it's forming more of a bear flag, right? Drop, pullback, drop, pullback, and next week it could drop. There is obviously a strong level down here, a consolidation that it could hold. Could make a higher low, maybe fake breakdown next week before the squeeze to the upside. This is also a huge drop, around 10% drop without any single pullback, so it needs to go to the upside. But then the best thing that you could do is have a good exit rather than holding for a swing on it. At the same time, it could go down. So obviously, if you had an entry around 101 on AMD, I don't think it's really worth locking in profits to 103 when the price was at 115. I would move my stop loss to break even. If it goes to 101, I'd be bailing. And if it makes the bounce back to 110, I'll exit around 109, 110, because it will be making a lower high before the continuation to the downside. And let's take a look back at CCL. I know some people are trading CCL right now. The way I trade these type of stocks that are selling off the whole day around levels is either an increasing volume around the level and a 5-minute confirmation candle, or being extended from the 9 moving average on the 1-minute chart, or a double bottom on the 5-minute chart. 3 entry criteria for me to playing reversals around really strong levels on the 60-minute chart. CCL did not give me any of these 3, so probably I would have missed it and I would not have traded it. Good catch for you, though. Ayman, what are the setups that you are trading? So my main setup, like, it's basically the core for all the strategies that I'm trading right now, is the ABCD pattern. That's how I started trading. And then I slowly started adding strategies to my trade book. The first strategy that I added after the ABCD pattern was the parabolic reversals. How did I come up with the parabolic reversals? When I used to play the ABCD pattern, which looks like this, I move from A to B, a pull back to C, and then a continuation to D. I used to get my entry around here and start locking in some profits. At some point, I noticed that when the price gets stretched, gets overextended, and the move goes straight up on an ABCD pattern, we get fierce pullbacks. So that was my signal to exit. And then later in the future, I started using this trigger around here, not only to exit out of the ABCD pattern, I also started using it as a signal to short, to play the reversals to the downside. And I'll show you a few of the parabolic reversals examples a little bit, because I think we'll have a lot of time together today. After that, I started trading the ABCD pattern on the 60-minute chart. The ABCD pattern on the 60-minute chart is basically a breakout setup. I get something that makes a move like, let me just open a breakout setup. And I'll show you that. So let me just actually show you some examples for everything that I started talking about right now, because I think that way it's going to be more valuable. So this is basically how these reversals or parabolic reversals look like. You see there is kind of an ABCD pattern around here. So if you played it to the long side around here, you would probably be out around there. What I started doing is playing it to the opposite direction. This is just an example of a setup that failed, but more of a risk-free setup because it was an exit around break even. But when it works, that's how it works. You get a price that's overstretched, that's overextended, entry while it is far from the 9 moving average. And that to answer your question, Harvey, you asked, can you repeat the 3 criteria? This is the first criteria for me to play reversals around strong levels. That's a strong level, and you can see it here on the 60-minute chart. And I need the price to be overstretched from the 9 moving average on the 1-minute chart. That's a risk-free trade. Why is it risk-free? You can't see my mouse? Guys on YouTube, you can't see my mouse. Can you see at least the drawing? If you can see the drawing, that's good. I don't know what's the issue with the mouse because I'm going through Zoom. It's okay. I'll be drawing more often so that you can see the signal. So like I was saying, you could see, let me try this. I think the circle will be visible instead of the mouse now. And we'll be using black color. And so like I was saying, this is the first criteria to playing reversals around strong levels. You want the price to be twice or 3 times the ATR further from the 9 moving average on the 1-minute chart. Well, how can you see the ATR on the 1-minute chart? You either add the average true range, switch the time frame, and it will show you the average size of the candle. On the daily chart, it's $4. On the 1-minute chart, it could be 20 cents. And I need to make sure that the distance between the entry and the 9 moving average is at least 3 times the ATR. Another way is to just check the average size of the 1-minute candle, and you could tell that sometimes you have big candles on the 1-minute chart, sometimes you have small candles on the 1-minute chart, sometimes we have average candles on the 1-minute chart. And I want to make sure that I can fit 3 candles between my entry and the 9 moving average. That's honestly the A+ and the best way to play these reversals, because the 9 moving average acts as a magnet, and whenever the price gets extended from the 9, it pulls back to it. Whenever it gets extended, it pulls back to it. And when you get your entry while the price is far from the 9 moving average, you could either end up having a good reward if the setup works out, or worst case scenario, if it bounces from the 9 like it did around here, you could end up exiting around break even. That's why I call it a risk-free trade. Someone is asking me to change the pointer to red. Yes, I'll do that. If red is the color that you're looking for, we'll use red. Yes, Vinay, I'll definitely slow down. And is this entry criteria clear, or should I go over it one more time before I move on to the next one? And then I'll answer the rest of your questions. Yes, Vinay. So basically, the first thing you do, you identify a stock that's overstretched. Overstretched on the 5-minute chart means that you have 3, 4, 5-minute candles in a row. Second thing, you look for a clear level on the 60-minute chart. Third thing, you look for an entry. And obviously, for an entry, we use the 1-minute chart. And the entry criteria here is to have a huge distance between the 9 moving average and the entry area. Pretty much simple. 3 5-minute candles in a row, clear level on the 60-minute chart, 3 ATR distance between the entry and the 9 moving average in the 1-minute chart. That's all. Nigel, I'm not really sure why you don't see the pointer, because I'm not streaming it. Carlos is streaming my screen, and I have no idea why you don't see the pointer, but I'll try to use drawing more. All right, let's go to the second entry criteria, guys. The second entry criteria is to play basically the same thing. You look for a clear level on the 60-minute chart. You look for an extended stock on the 5-minute chart, 3 to 4 60-minute candles. But rather than playing it while it is far from the 9-moving average on the 1-minute chart, you are playing it when it's close to the 9-moving average on the 1-minute chart. If we pierced the level, had an increasing volume, and reversal candle on the 5-minute chart. So an entry criteria in this case consists of 3 things that you want to see. Increasing volume, pierce with the level, which is a fake break, and a reversal candle on the 5-minute chart. Make sense? Selection is same. Extended stock on the 5-minute chart and clear level. Entry criteria, fake break, volume, reversal candle. And finally, and that's the third entry criteria to playing around levels. Let me just show you a different example. And it should be somewhere here. We'll show it to you right now. There it is. That's the third entry criteria. The third entry criteria is a stock that's extended on the 60-minute chart, not on the 5. On the 5, obviously, it'll be selling off, but it's not that extended because it makes pullbacks, it consolidates, basically sell off followed by a range on the 5-minute chart. But the key is that on the 60-minute chart, it's extended. We have the 3 60-minute candles in a row around a level with a double bottom on the 5-minute chart. Drop, pullback, drop, pullback. So I'm playing a double bottom on an extended stock on the 60-minute chart. This is really important. You don't want to play a double bottom on the 5-minute chart on a stock that's just starting to move on the 5-minute chart. You want to play a double bottom on the 5-minute chart on a stock that is extended on the 60-minute chart. And that's what I'm doing here on CRM. I identified the level. And you could see that this was kind of a unique price action, right? It's making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, same low. That's basically the sign of strength around a strong level on the 60-minute chart after an extended move. That's the third entry criteria for reversals. Helen, how large of risk to reward you will oftenly use? Azak, I don't go for a less than 4-to-1. 4-to-1 is the least thing I'm going for. And my average risk to reward ratio on any trade that I'm taking is around 6-to-1. Adi, you can use the pre-market candles as well. This strategy works the best after 9:45 and honestly even better after 10 o'clock. But obviously to have a double bottom on the 5-minute chart and extended price on the 60-minute chart, you need to wait for maybe 11, 12 p.m. I will show you right now an example on where I actually used an extended stock during the pre-market. I don't know if it's here. Give me a second to check. Not this one. Maybe somewhere here. Just want to show you a good example for how you can utilize the pre-market candles when playing it. This is not it. That's also not it. Oh, there it is. There it is. So this is how I could use this strategy at the open. And sometimes the sell-off happens during the pre-market. You see this? And this. So the huge sell-off happened during the pre-market. And that's a trap that big players are making for us, the poor day traders. you see something sell off during the pre-market, or maybe the opposite, sometimes something trending to the long side during the pre-market, and you think that the stock is really weak in this case, and it's going to continue going lower, when in fact, the stock is actually oversold. And when the stock is oversold, what could you expect? You could expect a pullback. Now, if I'm expecting a pullback, I need one, to find the level. Two, use one of the three entry criteria that I explained to you. And what entry criteria am I using around here? Could anyone tell me? Here, I'm using the entry criteria where we're extended from the 9 on the 1. Exactly, Jonathan. The ATR extension from the 9 on the 1. You see, we could fit in 3 candles between the entry and the 9 moving average. That's why I played it around here. A fake break also requires an increasing volume. So it was a level, which is important. Any reversal play you play need to have a level. You need to understand where buyers are going to step in, where people are going to be taking their profits. That's where a bounce happens. But the level by itself is not enough. You need entry criteria around this level, and you need a setup around this level. And in this case, I use the entry criteria where we're extended from the 9 moving average on the 1 minute chart around the level. It's a risk-free trade. If it goes in my favor and then starts going against me, I'll cut it at break even. But if it continues going in my favor, I'll be locking in the profit. And the risk to reward is good enough in this case. Really, basically, if I'm risking, let's say, $50 per trade, I'm looking for $300 in profit. If I'm risking $200 per trade, and that's what I usually do in my trades, I'm risking between $150 to $200 with stocks, and I'm risking around $500 if I'm trading options. That's my risk to reward. So if I'm risking around 150 to 200 on stocks, I'm usually looking for $1,200 or $1,000 in profit. With options, if I risk $500, I usually am looking for around $3,000 in profit. 6 to 1 risk to reward ratio. I'm not Andrew. I'm not risking $10,000 per trade, but I'm having a good risk to reward ratio. So even by risking $200 per trade, I could make over $1,000 in profits. By risking $500 per trade, I could make up to $3,000 a day. The thing about my trading style is that I don't execute trades every single day. My selection is a little bit strict. I go from the weekly chart all the way to the 1 minute chart. So I have around around 3 on average, 3 trading days per week. But my win rate is high. It's around 60% win rate with a 61 average risk to reward ratio. Now, let me answer some of the questions that I missed on BBT. I can you take a look at SMCI? I thought it was a good ABCD pattern that started in the pre-market. Let's take a look at SMCI. SMCI, now take a look at these guys. On the weekly chart, this thing is really difficult to read, right? We're having a mini range up here and a mini range down here. We could expect playing it to the long side from the level of support, right? And at the same time, you could expect the break inside this range. I'll be honestly more long biased than short biased around the level. Next thing we do, we take a look at the 60-minute chart. The daily chart. On the daily chart, there is that range. Previous daily candle closed as a red candle, not even a wick below it. That's a really bearish candle. This is actually a pattern where you could anticipate the breakdown to the downside. So if on the weekly chart, I'm more long biased. On the daily chart here, I'm more short biased. Next, check the 60-minute chart. 60-minute chart is giving you more of a reverse ABCD pattern. So that shows you that it's more weak. Now the daily is more weak. The 60-minute chart is also more weak. What do we do now? We identify or withdraw levels. That's the pre-market high for AM candle. That's yesterday's low. The after hours level between 36.13 and 34.62. How can we play SMCI? As a trader, you always trade around levels. So you either short closer to the resistance, or you long closer to the level of support, or you play long at the breakout area, or you play short at the breakdown area. That's all. 4 possible plays. What's our bias? Our bias is short on the daily, short on the 60. So you can exclude this play and this play. What are we left with? Short at the breakdown, short at the resistance. Now we'll look at the 1 minute chart to get the entry. 1 minute chart squeezes all the way to the level, starts holding around the level. You could play it to the short side, partial at the level, and wait for the breakdown and target the ATR. What's the ATR? The ATR is $3. That means that SMCI could go from 36.13 all the way to 33.13. You don't want to go for 100% of the average true range. Normally, just to be safe, you go for 70 to 80% of the ATR. Don't overstretch it. If the 100% of the ATR is $3, 70% of the ATR is 2.1, which is 33.19, and 80% of the ATR is 33.60. What do we have around here? A parabolic reversal strategy where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles in a row. This thing needs to pull back. So I see that we're sitting around 70% of the ATR with a bullish setup. That would probably be the final exit signal. Sora is asking, do you have a scanner that shows stocks that may form an ABCD pattern? No, I don't really have a scanner that shows me that we may form an ABCD pattern. I struggled creating that scanner. I have a list of stocks around here that I go through every day, and I'm usually looking for bullish stocks with bullish patterns on the daily chart and the 60-minute chart to play the ABCD pattern to the long side and vice versa to the short side. I do have a scanner for parabolic reversals though. It's an extreme reversal scanner on trading terminal. Note that you don't want to play every single reversal that's forming on that's being called on that scanner. You still need to make sure that the setup conditions are meeting the requirement. You can check my webinar on BBT for trading parabolic reversals. I actually made one on Tuesday. Yeah, this Tuesday. I made a webinar on how to trade parabolic reversals. You can check that one. Or if you purchase my course on trading terminal, the blueprint to trading extreme reversals, that one is even more detailed. Let me see if I missed any more questions. What levels do you have in your 60-minute chart? So I use yesterday's high, yesterday's low, 2 days ago high, 2 days ago low. These are A+ levels. They are automatic. A lot of traders are looking at them. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low, 2 days ago high, 2 days ago low. These are my A+ levels. Next, I have the previous day close. I like it less. It doesn't hold to the penny. A lot of times the price wicks below it, wicks above it, but it's still good to see because it's pointing out a good zone. Then I have my automatic level that I am drawing based on the concept of multiple touches. And that's basically it. Titan, not really. Can you tell me about it? Let me just see if I missed any more questions. Can you share your watch list? Do you mean this list of stocks, Vinay? Thank you, Dwayne, for sharing the link. What are your thoughts on NVIDIA? Yeah, Vinay, I could share it. I will upload it to the drive 12 p.m. or just send me an email and I'll send it to you. If anyone is interested in that list, you can send me an email, ayman@bearbletraders.com, and I'll send you the list of stocks that I'm watching. Interesting, Titan. I've never faced that, to be honest. In terms of success and risk to reward, which ones define better consistency? ABCD, reversals, or other? The strategy that I have the highest success rate on is a channel strategy or range strategy. Honestly, this is one of the strategies that you probably learn the first when you are starting to trade. Find level of support, find the level of resistance, short around the resistance and long around the support, but it never works that easily when you are watching only the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. The way I trade channels is I find stocks that are ugly on the daily chart. Let me show you an example. Like Amazon around here on the 20th of March, 19th of March, you see? Ugly on the daily chart, just going sideways. And that's honestly not the ugliest type of price action. ASTS, good one. Ugly range bounded daily chart. Let me show you another one. Let me actually just show you some examples for channel plays that I have played because they have these type of daily charts that I'm talking about right now. QS, you see? Ugly daily chart that is stuck and that's going sideways. That's the way I play this channel. So I just look for an ugly daily chart that's stuck and that is going sideways. Next thing I do, I go to the 60-minute chart and I try to identify potential levels around the extreme high or around the extreme low based on the concept of multiple touches. Then I look for the entry criteria for playing channels. I pull the trigger. I have a really good tight stop loss. And most of the time, I would either target VWAP, 30% of the sell-off move, or sometimes I would go for even more, maybe for like trend to the upside, but that happens like this. But that happens if the weekly chart is also supporting me. So yeah, this is the strategy that I have the highest success rate on, 75% win rate. The pinpoint strategy around 40% win rate. Parabolic reversal strategy between 35 and 45% win rate. Breakout strategy around 45 to 50% win rate. Does DAS have customer service for setup? DAS does have a customer service, but I don't think they help you with setup. They would send you probably a link to a tutorial on how to set up DAS or how to use DAS. But I'll be honest with you, it's not that difficult to set up. Pretty much basic. All you need is just a good layout to start with. Then you can copy paste charts and you can readjust the colors based on what you feel comfortable with. If you want my setup, for example, also feel free to send me an email. I'll send you the draft that you can start playing around. Titan, I'm having the DAS Trader Deluxe package. It costs $150 per month. I think it also has ARKA in it, probably, yeah. But it's I don't really remember. I'll be honest with you. I subscribed to DAS Trader 7 years ago, and I've never changed anything there. It's just taking money every single month from my PayPal. I used to look for these things a lot. No, I don't pay for IBKR. You don't need to pay for IBKR because you get DAS, and DAS gives you the data. I'm not sure if IBKR takes anything from you if you don't have commissions. It's just that I day trade, like I said, 3 times a week. Maybe that's an exception, and that's why they don't take any money from me. But I think I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I think they don't take anything from you. You don't pay for IBKR if you have the data from DAS. Yes, Vanetta, all of my strategies are giving me at least a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It's not that the strategy gives me a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. When I started trading, I used to go for an average of 2-to-1 risk to reward, but obviously I wanted to improve. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to not to care about the losses because I hated it when I used to lose 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I need 2 winning trades, 2 maximum winning trades to recover the losses. So I started working on better entries, adding to my positions, scaling in, adjusting my strategies to give me a better risk to reward ratio. And that's why my strategies are offering me a 4-to-1 risk to reward and more. Ghana says that he missed the ugly daily chart. This is it, Ghana. Basically, when you play channel plays, you want to find a stock that does not have a trend, that's just going sideways. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this around here. Something like this around here. These are the type of daily charts that you want to find if you're playing the channel strategy. Then identify the level of support, identify the level of resistance, and place somewhere around it. So Luis in BBT is saying that they are not taking anything, Titan. So this is an answer to your question. IBKR don't take anything, not even account maintenance. Does DAS have fundamental analysis, market news, option trading? DAS does have options trading, but I don't think that their fundamental analysis are good. But you can use trading terminal. I'm not sure if the news tab is there any longer. I think not. Yep. Or maybe there are. Yep, there are no fundamentals anymore on trading terminal, sadly. There are a lot of other services, though, that you could check for fundamentals. If you are a BBT member, for example, we have that Benzinga news alert tab that you get after subscribing to BBT. That's how it looks like. The BBT Benzinga news. So as a member of BBT, you get access to this. I mean, is there a way you can shut off Brian's camera? Is it on? I didn't see Brian's camera. Let me double check and ask the team. Well, guys, you could just click on the X and close Brian's camera. I'll reach out to the team and see what they can do about it because I don't see him. I can shut someone else's microphone, but not the camera. Let me see what we can do. Is it off now? Okay, I think I figured how to do that. I think I figured it out. Good. Now let's get back to your questions. You're welcome, Titan. What percentage of account do you grow each month on average? And losses, just curious to know your consistency experience. So 7 to 10% of my account size is my monthly goal. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you to take it 30, 40, 50% a month. That's not realistic. As a day trader, especially a day trader who trades with large caps, I think 7 to 10%. There are moments where there were a couple months where I got 25%. I remember this clearly in 2023. But most of the time it's between 7 and 15, an average of 10% per month of the account size. And if you think even about Andrew, when he is trading, when you see him making 50 grand, 60 grand per day, that's not a lot, depending on his, comparing it to his account size. He has an 8 million or $7 million account, and making around $60,000 a day, $50,000 a day. That's less than 1% of the account size. Now think about it from this perspective. There are also winners, and there are winning days, and there are losing days. So it's not 1% every single day for 22 trading days. It's an average of 0.6 if you go for it, right? Or 0.5% of your account size per day, combining it with the losses. That's why eventually the overall growth is around 10% of the account size per month. And that's why we always say that you don't want to quit your job and go for full-time trading, especially if your account is small. Think about your bills, about your real life expenses, because you'll have to withdraw it from your trading account. And if you need around $5,000 every single month, then you need at least a $50,000 account, and you'll stay flat. Yeah, I'll just show you my last month results. I usually screenshot them for the sake of journaling. And yeah, when it's a loss, it's a small loss. When it's a win, it's a big win. So this was like exactly yesterday on Apple. That was before yesterday on Apple, 875. 3 days ago, I think that's Monday. And this is when I'm losing, right? Like I told you, around $150 risk per trade. Another green day, green day, green day, green day, red day. That was actually my red week. Another red day. I think I had 3 red days in a row. Then another green day. Red trade, green trade. So you see, that's the risk to reward ratio. You go for a small loser, but a big winner. I think that's what's keeping me consistency. And sometimes my winning day is just as small as this, when I'm not able to either size in for some reason. Like this one, this was an average of 3 to 1. Small loser, big winner, right? Another loser around here. But yeah, look at this. I mean, with options, I risk around $500. With options, this was not a 15 to 1 risk to reward ratio. When I trade options, I risk $500 per trade, going for around a 6 to 1. When I trade stocks, I risk around 150 to 200. So my first trade here was a loser. And then my second trade was a winner. Basically, I made up the loss and went back to green. That's the way. This one was around a 5 to 1 risk to reward trade. I don't have like a lot of small losers. It's usually maybe 1 in 3. 3 trades, 1 loser, or maybe 2 trades, 1 loser, but I try to keep my losses really small. One of the other things that is helping me is scaling into a position. When I'm not confident about the setup, I usually go with really small loss, $50 risk, $40 risk, and then I slowly add more and more and more. As it goes in my favor, move my stop loss, and I let it run. That's the key. I don't trade based on the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. I utilize the 60 minute chart a lot, the 60 and the daily. So I know that I can go for a bigger run. And will SPY go down hard today? SPY. It could actually. I mean, it could, to be honest. It's Friday, right? We did try to go to the upside. We failed. There is a decent level down here. Not the best though. Decent, but not the best. It might hold around this area. Oh, it is actually holding around it, you see? It might chop around here. If it breaks the low, I think it will be a fake break. I don't think actually that is going to go way lower than this. Maybe a dollar below the low of the day, or it's just going to go sideways and start recovering by the end of the day. How much do you need to make to live good life in Moscow? I mean, a good life in Moscow, above the average, around around $5,000 a month. 4 to 5, yeah. I mean, like a real good. A good life is $1 million everywhere. I mean, have you made videos explaining options? I don't trade, you do anything complicated with options, Adi. I use options for leverage. Sometimes I can't size in enough with stocks because of my tight stop losses. It's not that I want to risk $150 or $200 risk per trade. It's just that I need to open 2 or 3 positions sometimes. And if I open 2 or 3 positions at the same time with the tight stop losses that I have, I'll be running out of buying power. So I'm using options just for leverage to be able to risk more. How long did it take you to become profitable? 3 years. 3 years to become profitable and confident about my trading style. I've been trading for 8 years now. What's your stop loss for stocks? $1? It's different. Sometimes it's just 5 cents, 10 cents. Sometimes it's a few dollars. It depends on the setup that I'm playing and how good my entry is. If I'm getting a really good entry with a really tight stop loss, then I'll probably make a good risk to reward ratio. But if I enter late, I'll need to have a wider stop loss. There is no fixed dollar stop for me. It depends on the setup and the level, plus my entry, obviously. Jace, I draw supports and resistance based on 2 things. The first thing is the extremes. And the second thing is based on the concept of multiple touches. What do I mean by the concept of multiple touches? Look at this. Apple, 1 touch here, 1 touch here, 1 touch here, 1 touch here. So 220, 50-ish is a good level. And you could see it's kind of respecting this level slightly. To the upside, nothing really clean. A, B, and B, if we zoom this thing out based on the concept of multiple touches, we'll have this 1 touch here, 1 touch here, and here, and here. And to the downside, we have this based on multiple touches. And let's zoom this thing out and see if there is anything else that I'm missing. No, nothing else I'm missing. There is then the extreme. Amazon, there is something here. There it is. See, based on the concept of multiple touches, you could draw this here, and you could draw this here. 1 touch here, 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 and here. And to the downside, this, and probably this if we go to the downside lower. Between 194 and 192, there is nothing. That's why I don't want to play to the long side around here. It just doesn't make sense. It is holding something, but not a clear level. If I'm to play to the long side, I want to see it down here. And again, it's not just a level. You also need a setup. Level by itself is not enough. My first few years of trader, they were difficult. I was a medical student studying to become a doctor, and I gave myself this goal. As long as I'm studying medicine, I'll be learning on how to trade. It takes 6 years to graduate from medical university, so I gave myself a 6 years time frame to become a profitable trader. Luckily, I made it in 3 years, but there were a lot of ups and downs, a lot of moments of doubts, a lot of moments where I wanted to give up, a lot of times where I just didn't know what I'm doing wrong. It's just not working and not working. I don't know what to do. Especially back in time when I joined BBT, there weren't much webinars, there weren't much moderators, nobody was doing any mentorship. I had to figure it all out by myself. And I did not have a lot of money actually to spend on some good mentors and some other good trading communities. So I had to do it all by myself. Just stay disciplined, Matthias, and keep working on it. Eventually, I think it's going to work out. I'm one of these people who doesn't believe that day trading is not for everyone. I think it's for everyone who actually puts in the work into the boring things. If you are just trading at the open during the excitement time, just to feel the adrenaline and trying to figure it out just by trading and screen time, I think that's where you're going to struggle and it will take a lot of years. But if you're doing the boring job, journaling, gathering statistics, working on better entries, trying to figure out what's the best target, separating your different setups, separating the winners from the losers, that's where the real progress happens. Not while trading, but on the work afterwards. Mass, I really don't know what's happening to my cursor. Some people don't see it and it's only on YouTube. Probably will be done with YouTube in 5 minutes. Then I'll share my screen in BBT and you'll be able to see my screen and my cursor. Dmitry, just send me an email and I'll send you all the details. There was a question that I missed actually. Are you trading full time? Yes, I am trading full time now. Yeah, I got a visa refusal letter, unfortunately. I think it's politics. You know, I'm living in Russia. So I didn't get the visa, but hopefully next time. Yeah, it's definitely it because there were no issues with my application. Guys, Sean right now is in the webinar room for elite members. He's having his webinar. You can ask any questions you have. It's really helpful to walk you through the markets in depth. Feel free to join him right now. Can you take a look at Nike? Yes, let's take a look at Nike. You are looking at it for a swing. I honestly don't like this one for a swing to the long side yet. Look at this one on the weekly chart. It's been bleeding. Lower lows and lower highs. Breaking strong levels to the downside. I mean, there is literally no support, no area to play to the long side. Broke to the down on the weekly, broke to the down on the daily, clearly selling off on the 60-minute chart. There is no bottom on this thing. Personally, for me to play to the long side, I need to see at least that it's holding an area, at least small pattern. I can see the bottom here on the 20-ish. I think it's going to hold this area around the $60. But again, level is a level. Wait for a setup on the daily chart, at least on the daily chart around the $60 area before pulling the trigger. It's just risky to just go for a V reversal while everything is dumping. Can't catch the dip out of nowhere. You're welcome, Richard. Do you trade under the PDT rule? Oh, no. I have a larger account. When I just starting to trade, I used to trade under the PDT rule just to work on my patience, work on my selection. Oh, you're short on it, Caleb. Okay, that makes sense. It looks like you trade more stock than the maximum. Yes, I do that. So what I do every single weekend, I go through all my list looking only at the weekly chart. I have my weekly chart zoomed in and I try to go through my list only watching the weekly chart and trying to understand the bias for the week. And I summarize my list of stocks to this. This is my watch list for this week. Apple, I was watching it for a long this week. ABNB around the level. Amazon for a long this week. CVX for a long. CCL, not really sure. Oxy for a long. PayPal for a swing, but it never set up. PQN for a long. Starbucks, I was watching it for a long. Tesla for a swing, and I'm in it right now. Pen never set up. I was watching it around the $16, $12 area, which it never reached. ADT for a long, FSLR, I think for a break to the downside, and AAM for a long. And then every single day, I'll go through this list one by one. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. And I'm looking forward to more calls or more sessions on YouTube. I don't think I'll be here to be Paris, but if Paris is missing, I'll join you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.